Hey, everybody. Welcome to Final Show Films. We make shit. It's good shit. I've already killed Jeremy. You can probably hear him off screen.
Oh my
This is going
god.
great.
That's twice this season.
You're welcome. Hi, I'm Jack, and you're watching Final Show Films. We produce a lot of stuff. We put a lot of energy into it, and we're glad that you're here lending us your eyeballs. We have our own eyeballs, but it's nice to have yours loaned to us on occasion as well. Anyway, the gist of what I'm here to say is that we appreciate your viewing, and if you would like to show that appreciation through support, you can always visit our Patreon. That is at patreon.com/FSFilms. If you'd like to contribute to our ongoing projects here and see more of what we do. We'd also like to thank our $25 subscribers, Drevian Alexander, Kat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, and Elle, who have been gracious and generous enough to give us our support for so long, and we appreciate them from the bottom of our hearts. So, we're going to get started here in a second. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
And we're live somehow.
Hey, everybody. I'm back again.
Oh my god. Not for
No, I
long.
was taking a sip. You're gonna make.
So anyway, it's a season finale, and you're
Don't
here
kill
with
my
us.
sister.
You're
Welcome
supposed to
once
kill
again.
the PCs, not the players.
We're getting there. Two birds, one stone. It's fine. Welcome once again to Final Show Films and Shadows of the Mountain, the Werewolf the Apocalypse Chronicle that we've been running here for a little while. My name is Jack. I'm your storyteller for this evening, and I am joined tonight by the comedically shattered shells of Holly.
Love how I have multiple shells. Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing Dakota. She's a person. Octana Galliard Lupus.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing a Val, who is a Ahmed Silverfang Arun, and your word of the day is heterospect.
And William.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Ingvar Freya Ulfsdotter, the Hamid Geta Fenris Arun.
And Craig.
Hi, I'll be playing Sal Spiderfryer Moraro, a Hamid Glasswalker Ragabash, and in heterospect, I'm going to post some pictures to our Slack channel of me.
Amazing. And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Alexandra Boxcar's Core, Metis Philodox Black Fury.
Really thought you were going to say Eladrin Druid Princess there for a second.
Nope.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, and I have finally gotten to live long enough to see my creations take on a life and legacy of their own.
You regret to the
Bless.
choices that brought you to this moment.
No,
You
I love all
have
of
children, Sen.
them. I'm playing Valko Hekau Petrovsky. Yeah, that's.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Please vote in your midterms. Don't neglect the one potential thing we have to do to try and fix this bullshit.
And if you're interested in potentially being GM'd by our storyteller for the night, Jack, he is a professional GM over at startplaying.com or startplaying.games. I don't fucking know. But check them out.
Maybe we should clarify that real quick.
Start playing .games.
There you go.
Start playing games. I'll put a link in the chat. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Also, we have
Speaking
another
of
thing.
links in the chat,
Links in the chat.
He's
yeah, special
really
thank
good,
you as
y'all.
always. Oh, thanks. You stuck around for 48 episodes of this, so I appreciate the verbal confirmation as well.
I'm also on there, but whatever.
You're right. Well, you're on there. Our Thursday player Nikki's on there. I think Shani, you're on there, right?
Yep.
Yep. But a special thank you, as always, to the Onyx Path, who provided us some collaboration materials for this chronicle. You can get access to their upcoming Apocalyptic Record book pre-order at apocalyptic-record.backerkit.com/hosted_pre-orders. We'll pop that link, as we said, in the chat and the video description if you're watching this on YouTube as well. But last time we were in Denver, the Wings Pack retrieved a pair of fetishes from a cougar and a bobcat spirit, respectively, in the Umbra, in preparation of their attack on Intrepid Energy. Hekau resumed his role as the spirit liaison for the Wings of the Mojave, and Val paid the price to Avalanche of Tawny Fang before the spirit hairball horked up a whole-ass assault rifle that was given to Sal. Because that's how we do.
I love it very much. I wasn't here, but thank you.
His soft step Shadows Under Leaves was persuaded to part with its fetish by a simple conversation, although the feral blades were pledged to be returned in a year's time to the Umbra, where the Bobcat Spirit will apparently retrieve them. The pack then retreated for the evening to Val's house, where they were sort of ambushed by the Crash Fantastic pack, who informed them that they, along with the Fireclaws pack, had been assigned to the Wings backup for this assault, and also that they'd called the other pack for a pre-game house party at Val's place. They're on the way. Let's do this. So it's evening. It's dark. You guys are at Val's house. Crash Fantastic has apparently set up a campfire of some sort in the backyard. And the Fireclaws pack is on the way. Anything you guys are doing before
Has Grania already left with the
she's just in the backyard right now. I think Sen said she had gone off with
She extricated Val from the situation of having to deal with that one person from the Fantastic by telling
the Metis Ragabash, right? Like Jagged Mirrors or something. What was it? What's his name?
Razor's Ledge.
Razor's Ledge.
Yep.
She grabbed him and basically said, you and I and your pack are going to go drink, and we're going to see who can stay awake the longest. And so she is back there currently drinking them all into the table.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I would like to talk to my gun
okay.
at some point, whenever is a good time for that. He probably would have been doing that in the car.
Okay. You can have talked to your gun in the car.
Okay. Does it talk back at all?
No, it just buzzes.
Okay. Can I mean, I have spirit speech. Can I understand it?
It's less talking than give me an intelligence occult roll, difficulty 6.
Okay.
Just to see how much context
It doesn't talk so
Spider
much
Fryer
as
has.
hunger.
It's not going to be what we might call great. There it is. Jesus, the last time I made one of these, it was difficulty 9. I don't remember what that was for, but
4 successes. You have
wow.
heard enough stories of fetish weapons and things like that. The ones that can talk are epically few and far between. The ones that can even communicate in any form are exceptionally rare. Part of the point of making a fetish, one of the draws for the spirit, is that the spirit gets to live in an object that is usually fairly attuned to its nature. And if and whenever it escapes from it, will basically be at its height of power and health once it is free of its bindings. So it gives up the freedom to exist and maneuver and interact with the outside world directly and voluntarily. But so it's basically it's hiding and sleeping and getting a fuck ton of energy charge.
Mm-hmm.
So it
Okay.
does, yeah. So they usually are not able to be spoken to or communicate back.
All right.
Jack, are you saying that if I can get myself bound into an object, I don't have to deal with people?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Sal is still talking to it like a
Sure.
puppy. Basically, like, hey, you and I are gonna be really good friends. Hey, you want to shoot some bad guys? Huh? You want to? Is there any like change in the cadence or tone of the buzzing?
Give me a wits and empathy 9.
Okay.
Is it empathy and not animal kin?
Oh yeah.
Hey, 1 success.
You think there might be like a slight pattern of, anytime you talk about murder, it gets ever so fractionally more resonant and active.
I knew we was gonna get along. Right.
After Rania has taken excitable one back in the backyard, Cal will look over towards Ingvar. Ingvar, could you catch me up to speed on the situation? I've only received bits and pieces over my time.
Of course, Akal. And it's going to take some time. So let's find a place to sit and I can go over everything that's going on and our current plans. And I will do that.
I gesture towards the building. I assume there's
Take him inside.
some room in there.
Fine as fuck. Get cozy.
So yeah,
You guys want a drink? I can make drinks.
water?
You don't make water. Well, someone makes water. I don't make water. I just pour it out of the.
I'll take something relatively strong, sure.
Dope.
So Val, you go into your kitchen.
Yep.
There is a fairly slight dark-haired girl with pretty heavy eye makeup, looking like she's trying to be halfway between Hollywood's approximation of what a Gaelic shaman would have looked like and definitely establishing dominance at Hot Topic, somewhere in that range.
Love it.
She looked like she should be on Glow.
Maybe. But it's all dark. There's no sparkle to it. It's all just shadow. And she's staring very hard at a can of Red Bull on the counter.
What's up?
Val, Krim, whatever you're going by.
Do I know this person?
This is Frost, the Theurge for Crash Fantastic.
Ah, got it.
Frost Mage specifically, but yeah, she goes by Frost most of the time.
Cool. How's it going?
You have a pretty nice place.
Thank you.
You can see she's tapping her fingers on the counter in a very repetitive rhythm.
You checking the place for spirits or something?
I'm gonna make an awakened Jaeger bomb if it kills me.
It might.
Okay. I mean, that's dope.
This is a Glasswalker Theurge. Yes.
It's super dope. I'm just saying, if it kills you, that sucks. If it ruins my house, we've got a problem.
Nah, it would be good.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I think I got the beat down this time. And
Sal comes running into the room. Somebody say Jaeger bomb.
You've got pretty good. I'm doing a ritual. You've got pretty good spirit resonance down here. I'd say that for you.
I try. Well, dope. If you need any help on anything, let me know. If
Nah.
you can, make me one too.
Hand me another 2 cans. Put them in the middle.
I go to go to where there's probably a couple cases. Let's be honest.
Sure. Yeah.
Grab a couple, put them down at the requested spot.
Yep. Just a nice tight little triangle right there,
Mhm.
right there with the other ones. So she's going to be busy doing that for a little bit.
Yep.
Anything anybody else is doing?
I make I make a drink for Ingvar, and this shit's gonna get too loud and too obnoxious for me. I prefer to internalize before, big fight kind of thing. So I be in the office. Knock if you need me.
Fair enough.
Go in, close the doors behind me.
So
Okay.
after I was finished explaining everything, and the whole time, Hikao has pulled out, what looks like a long shard of flint, wrapped in cloth and leather, just enough to make a grip, that he's been sort of carving on with a pocket knife, carving it into like a crescent, almost like a talon like shape. So, my understanding is tomorrow we strike.
Or at the very least, tomorrow operations begin.
And perhaps
This might not be the fastest thing in the world, but it will be efficient, and we're not going to lose anyone if we can manage it.
perhaps I should go introduce myself to the king tonight, if there's a chance that's in early tomorrow.
If you like, I can drive you there.
Could walk. Get a feel for this.
If you want. Just be careful out there. We don't know what else is out there looking for any of us.
Feel like another thing done as well before enter into battle.
There are many things that I would like to do before everything begins. You're going to have to be more specific.
Well, the last time the pack entered conflict, one of us was lost, and his beta took.
Yes.
Not an easy decision, no.
I've already made it, in truth. I just want to hear everyone's opinions.
Nods, continue carving. You should seek them out.
I would rather have them all gathered. I'm not going to be the same alpha that Aiden was. And the decisions I make are to be my own, even if I do value the input of the rest of the pack.
I don't know that there's anyone that could be the same for that Aiden, he says with a soft smile.
How long do you think it'll take you to visit the cairn and come back?
I don't know. I walk pretty fast, given the limit.
About 20 miles away as the Dustbringer flies.
20 miles away as Dustbringer flies?
Yep.
So, full speed, not stopping. City
In
walk.
lupus form?
Yeah.
It is a city.
Don't you have a
Just have to
gift that
point
lets you
that
go
out.
faster when you're traveling in a straight line too?
Yeah, I have a gift that lets me just not stop running. So yes, it is a city, but they'd have
Yep.
to see more than is that a jackal? Like
Okay.
So yeah, you could probably get there in an hour pretty easily, maybe less.
Okay.
And then back the same.
I tend to wander. I'm motivated somewhere around an hour.
If you can get back within, let's say, 3. What time is it right now?
Pushing about 10:30, 11, I think we had said.
Might
That's
have that.
getting late.
Might have that meeting. Wander.
Yes, let's do that first. I hate to wait. Well, I hate to disturb Val right after he's gotten comfortable, but let's gather everyone.
I mean, it's not right after Val's gotten comfortable. You did take the entire time to catch a cow up on literally everything that's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably took at least 30 minutes.
Right. I was gonna say it's been at least a half an hour or so. Which in the meantime, 2 vehicles that I don't feel like going into detail with. They're off-road back trail type vehicles pull up.
Damn it! I want to know. I want to know every bit, color, detailing, specific features.
Shitty, beat up old Jeeps.
One of them's blue, one of them's white. Both of them, it's hard to tell because of the mud.
They're both actually brown.
Right. / rust. Pull up, park. If Val is one of those people that like actually has a driveway that he like power washes down to keep clean, he's gonna be busy this weekend. And
His landscapers are gonna be busy, you mean?
fair enough, that works too. And
The help.
two people jump out of one and 2 people jump out of another. And Val, you're familiar with Fireclaws by deed name, but more so by reputation. They range up and down through the Front Range, and they've taken it upon themselves to make sure the fire spirits are healthy and in the right spots.
Okay.
That's kind of their self-appointed job. Any wildfires that get loose, they're always on the Umbra side, and handling things over there as much as they possibly can. And they are to a 1, the closest thing to militant ecologists, even in Denver.
Got it.
Most of them are Child of Gaia. One of them's a Nuktana. You don't remember which one. And they're apparently here to help. They still take orders from the Sept. But in terms of given the nature of the Sept of Forgotten Questions, by and large, they have the reputation that the elders are perfectly happy most of the time just letting them do what they've decided to do, because it's somebody who's taking care of a job that nobody else is really qualified for or wants. So why mess with something that isn't broken and is largely helpful, kind of.
Right. Cool.
But they jump out. From where your office is, you probably can see the headlights coming in.
Yeah.
Um,
There's definitely
so-
peeking through the blinds
Yep.
going on.
And those of you that are either downstairs or closer to the front door, hear the front door open. Looking for the wings of the Mojave.
Ingvar looks up from the middle of the story that she's telling. You found them.
You in charge?
I am.
Cool. I'm
I am
Dances with
Ironblood.
Silver. You can just call me Dances, it's fine. You prefer Iron Blood, or something else entirely?
You can call me Ingvar.
Okay. Well, we heard there was a party and a fight. and it's something that's kind of closer out to our neck of the woods.
Indeed. Once I finished catching my errant pack mate up and having a conversation with the rest of my pack, I will catch up both of your packs on the current plan.
Cool. I guess then we'll go drink until you're ready for a briefing.
Indeed. Crash Fantastic is in the backyard.
Cool. We'll go see what the tech heads have to do. And the four of them track Mud through Val's house out to the back.
Dope.
Resume.
Yeah. So unless other people have things they want to do in the intervening time,
I have
Ingvar
been
will-
muted. My bad. I just wondered if I could get a sense of what camp any of these other glasswalkers are from.
You are give me a wits and empathy.
Okay.
6. Actually, you're all glasswalkers. 5.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm looking out for fairly specific information.
Oh, Jack, if it ever comes up or matters, I know what camp Hal is from.
Okay, good.
I just realized I never like put that out because it hasn't mattered because there have been no other Silent Striders, and I haven't been taking any of those gifts. So
Nice.
Okay. So 6 successes.
Well, dope. Here we go. You as you're looking at these guys, listening to their talk and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
You've got a lot of random interrupt talk going on.
Okay. Sal is.
But you are also picking up on something very different as well.
Like random interrupts and another camp, or like not exactly random interrupts?
So with 6 successes, you start to get the idea that, oh shit, these guys, this is a full squad of interrupts, isn't it? This is very much. And then you start to realize, wait, no, this is a group of people who have been largely exposed to and influenced by the interrupt camp. But then you start digging, you start to catch a different undercurrent. And you suddenly realize that these guys probably belong to a pack that or a camp that you've only heard of by reputation. You've never even met somebody from this before. And you drop a couple questions, just kind of, tertiary, like side comments and stuff just to test out your theory. These are Umbral pilots.
Oh shit. Okay. Do they confirm that by name, or am I just kind of putting that together?
You're just putting that together.
And etiquette wise, or sort of zeitgeist wise, is that's not something that has to be kept secret, right? It's just fairly
No,
rare.
that's just really weirdly rare.
Okay. So Val has been, Sal, has been, for him, weirdly withdrawn. Like, he's not being an asshole. He's not jumping in and talking a lot. Anybody else who's paying attention is probably picking up on some weird vibes. And then it gets to a point where he just goes, oh shit, are you guys Umbral pilots?
Well, yeah.
fuck? I thought y'all were interrupts.
Nah.
Thank
I mean,
God.
like, we don't. Okay.
No, I mean, just because, interrupts. But I mean, Umbral pilots. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
And this is not Crash Fantastic. This is the new pack that's arrived.
Oh, this is
No, the new
Crash
pack.
Bandicoot.
That
this
is
is-
Crash
The
Fantastic.
new
That is
pack,
Crash
the
Bandicoot.
new pack is Children of Gaia and Ekpena.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just y'all weren't wearing like fucking spacesuits, so I just I guess you don't actually do that.
Not most of us. I
Um,
mean, like, look, don't get me wrong. Some sort of umbral UFO would be amazing,
That would be fucking dope as hell, right?
right?
Who
But-
else from our pack is in the room right now?
Well,
Who
you
is
guys,
that?
if you're
You
hanging
guys
with
are
the-
outside.
you guys are outside in the back,
Okay, yeah.
in the backyard.
Grania.
Great.
So Grania.
Okay.
And-
Grania,
And Alex.
Dakota.
Alex, and right, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
Grania, Alex,
okay.
and Dakota are all.
All right, so to those three, Salsor turns and goes, these are the fucking guys who go all like Jacques Cousteau on the Deep Umbra.
I mean, we like to think we go a little more Mad Max on the Deep Umbra, but sure.
I don't know who either of those people are. But okay.
Like,
Grania just looks at you. How? I know.
all right, you're not the only one in the audience, right? New Coke. I know that's like a novel concept for you.
I'm not in the audience, Sala. I'm on the fucking stage.
Ooh.
The Ragabash
So-
says, standing next to the Galliard and the Philodox.
Cool. What's the weirdest thing you saw?
I mean, wild spirits are pretty crazy a lot of the time. There was the Bane race. That was a lot of fun.
Sorry, I know you said Bane Race, but I heard Bane Rays as in the House of Menzoberranz.
I
Yeah.
heard
Our
Bane
Laxel.
rice. Like a rice spirit, but a Bane.
I mean, that probably exists somewhere.
I mean, now all I'm thinking about is what is the minimum wage for a Bane?
right? Mhm, yeah.
Like, so that's where the Mad Max thing comes in.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Bane out in front on a guitar, fire shooting out.
No. That's Frost on the guitar with the fire.
Is Frostmage out here, or is she still inside making the awakened Jaeger bomb?
She's still inside. It's taken her a little bit.
Oh, yeah. So Sal just says, "Oh yeah, we met inside. I'm a big fucking fan."
Oh, is she still on that chem run?
Yeah, I figure. Look, there's two results. Either she makes a fucking dope ass drink, or she blows up 2 times his kitchen. And either way, it's gonna be a great
God.
fucking night.
Yeah, no, unfortunately I hate to break your stride there, but the second one very unlikely to happen.
Oh,
Good.
No.
still tastes
yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah, no. She makes a mean drink. It's just gestures at everybody. Hard to get drunk.
Yeah,
Metabolism, you know.
yeah.
and-
Well, but chasing the dream, right? Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Shit. Well, that's something else. So, when's your next, I don't know, trip, expedition?
Soon as we get it repaired, probably, yeah,
Hold on.
because the Bane race was literally like a week and a half ago, and we're
So-
still scrounging parts, and we need to do some more bindings, and yeah.
So you do have an actual umbral rig.
Oh, fuck yeah. You don't get to call yourself an umbral pirate like, just because, you want to.
Sal is nodding at Alex like they're both 8.
Grania just goes, I always thought it was like along the same line as the Stone Temple pilots. They don't actually have stone temples.
No. Once we get it repaired, Fast 5 is going to be back running through the Umbra, and it's going to be fine.
How many
Family,
how many Crash Fantastics are there?
5.
Okay. Oh, I get it, because there are 5 of you.
Well, yeah, and it's a fucking great movie.
He's just smiling at it. Obvious.
Right.
Hell yeah, it was, said Craig as Sal role playing very hard.
Says Jeremy as Jeremy. Hell yeah, it is.
Legitimately have not seen it.
Oh, it's that franchise becomes good with 5.
Yeah, I the first one was the beginning and end for me. I understand. I should give it more of a shot.
That's the great thing.
It's
You don't have to see the first 4 to start with 5 and just move forward.
It's true.
I just want to say that it gets good 5 movies in is not a stellar endorsement.
Okay. Look, we're already on a super sidebar as it is from our season finale. Do you want me to go on a 20-minute rant about the Fast and Furious franchise? Because I will, and 20 minutes is short.
Hey, if I don't have to watch the next 3, I'll try jumping back in at 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really should.
I had a line, but it was gonna spark an even longer conversation, so I'm gonna not say it.
Back to center. Back to center.
I feel like this is
the-
partially in character. We're having this discussion about it out at the campfire.
This is a good thing why Val's not out there right now.
Because he has capital S, capital O, strong opinions.
He has very strong opinions. And I have to imagine, like, on the other side of the of the not the gauntlet, but the veil, Aiden is having strong opinions about this right now too.
Aiden cursing the fact that he died because now he can't go to bat for Fast and the Furious 5.
I mean,
back out by the campfire, Sal's like talking to Dakota and going like, all right, so I fucking guarantee Val's got probably some sort of like fancy Blu-ray edition of when we're done, we gotta watch it, okay?
Okay.
somewhere from inside this physical media is dead.
It's funny because I feel like half an hour ago, I heard on some sort of spiritual level somebody talking about how disposable income can be used on fancy prestige collector's editions of things.
This is true.
And if anybody I know has got fucking disposable income, it's this asshole.
This is also true, but priorities.
Physical media is dead.
Anyway.
Meanwhile, Hikau reading a book.
Right.
That's really cool.
Yes, but we are Guru. We are literally the dying breed. So you're not making your point well.
But yeah, no, conversation about umbral rigs will definitely fill some time until Ingvar's ready to assemble the bodies.
Yeah, at which point over the totem phone. All right, everyone. Gather up. It's time for important conversations before we move on.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Sal pretends like he's getting a text and then looks up to the Crash Fantastic and goes, "Yep, we got a little team meeting inside. You guys have a good time. We'll be back out. This is fucking fascinating."
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We got we got some pack business to do after the boss, that kind of shit. And then I'm
Okay.
sure we're all gonna circle up. All right.
Yeah, sounds good.
All
And
right.
then there's a side comment about how, emissions in the Umbra could very easily damage the fabric of the spiritual network in a way that could have devastating implications within very short periods. Look, we run a clean machine and everything devolves.
Was that was somebody else in?
Yeah,
That was the fire
Okay.
claws.
That
and the
was
Crash
one of the
Fantastics
fire
getting into an
claws.
argument.
Okay.
That was one of the fire
that
claws
was one of the
having
fire claws, okay.
joined after time. Yep, right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right, Karen,
like-
we gotta go.
Okay. So you guys all meet up. Are you meeting in Val's office where we can
Well, the office is his space, so you're just sort of in the living room.
Okay.
Cool. Now, Val comes out of his office in PJs.
Do they have a pattern on them?
No. They're just plain color, probably silver, silk PJs.
So like
my
Barney's Christmas special style PJs.
This is not a reference I am aware of
How I Met
because
Your
I am
Mother.
a 46-year-old.
No,
It's Runes in pajamas are coming down the stairs.
all the Christmas specials for children's shows when I was a child were all of the children in pajamas had very generic and strictly speaking unbranded plain like uniform only differentiated by colors pajamas.
Okay, fair. I can understand that. No, these are tailored.
Okay.
Oh my god.
But
So anyway.
Ingvar is, as everyone enters, Ingvar is just sort of sitting in. I'm assuming there's a large recliner.
Yes, there is. There's a whole.
Whatever the biggest, most throne-like chair is in the room.
Wow.
I support this.
As she just sort of, she's not like reclining in it. She's like absolutely like leaned forward, like on her knees, like sitting on the front of it as everyone else comes in.
You don't spin around with a cat in your lap.
No, she's very much doing the Ragnar. The like the only the front of this chair matters. As she sits
still
and
carving off to one side.
sort of indicates for everyone to find wherever they're going to sit down.
Sure.
Val takes a seat on one of the couches. And it's one of those like long, like it's multiple sectional couch.
There's
So
been a lot that's gone on in it feels like weeks, but has in fact only been 24 hours.
48.
It has been 48. Time is a weird soup. But there's important business that needs to be settled, in particular the selection of beta. I have a decision already in my mind, but I would hear all of your opinions. This is not a democratic vote. Whether or not you influence me depends on the strength of your argument, but I want to hear your thoughts.
I feel like the boss had a go ahead.
Something you'd like us to free for all, or follow
If
this
any
one?
of you wish to speak, please, I will indicate as desired. If any of you wish to speak at all. She'll indicate to
Ours.
Sal.
I feel like the boss had a good idea going. Maybe didn't go far enough. Why don't we put betas for each different kind of situation we get? So we're shifting, we're using everybody's expertise to the max.
no.
There is There is a saying that is common among individuals: use the right axe for the right door. Putting someone in charge of a situation that they're best suited to is something that doesn't necessarily require the level of assignment of leadership that is a beta. But that is definitely something that will be going forward. The idea of, if it's a situation someone is best suited for, their input will be most valued.
Is going to be almost comically boring and diplomatic answer. All grown in many different ways since the last time I was among you. Hi. I would have to take opinion again.
I just got here. So I mean, I know you guys from, what I've learned, but like I don't know yet.
Well, I have an answer for who I think should be beta.
Speak it.
I think it should be Alex. And she'll look at Alex and smile.
Ingvar just kind of smirks.
She has grown so much since we've met each other, and I think you're ready.
You also almost took your fucking block off. So, like even by old school rules.
That would work for old school rules.
I mean, I think if we want to do two, I think it's got to be boxcars and Technicolor.
Ingvar looks around. Anyone else have an opinion they wish to raise?
Sal leans forward and will like go to pat Hakao on the knee and stop himself just in a second and kind of instead give Hakao like a thumbs up and says, "No offense, FedEx, you just got back into the area."
Oh, none taken. I'm aware that I would even be an option.
I mean, you got your head screwed on straight. Fucking, I mean, especially if we're talking to shit out in the Umbra, definitely want you doing that. And if we're cramming anybody into a weapon again, I mean, for sure that's you.
I'll actually I'll smile a little bit and just surprisingly dexterous finger flip of the knife that he's carving. Funny you should mention that. I haven't seen any snake spirits around.
Not recently.
Not lately, but if you
Haven't
need
looked
to
for
find
them.
one, we can.
Give me a retroactive perception and survival. Anybody who's been in the Denver area for more than 48 hours. Difficulty 7. No, 8.
Perception survival?
Perception survival.
Nope.
Fun.
Nope.
4.
Dang.
Dakota, you pretty sure you saw one while you were running up a mountain after Stones That Climb Stones, just like down into some rocks somewhere. Boxcars, when you guys were camped out in the woods, you found some places that you could sense. You didn't see any snake spirits, but you know for sure on the if you crossed over the gauntlet at that spot, you'd probably find a nest or two.
There's some like nests though, I think.
This is I should sort of just holding it up because he's been carving it for a little while. This is an ancient ritual weapon of my people. Not complete until it houses one of Cobra's. But if I can finish it, the basic model is very simple. It's complex, but if I can finish it, it will be a useful tool for one such as myself who has more limited capability against the worm.
What's it do?
Well, it strikes true against the enemies of us and Gaia, particularly against those who stole my. But also, it replenishes the mystical energies by siphoning them off of my victims.
That's pretty fucking cool.
In the
mean,
meantime,
It's no bazooka, but
I
Alex,
wouldn't be able to withstand the fire from a.
no, the bazooka. And he pats the AK.
My apologies.
Making a B pun.
Alex, did you have an opinion to voice?
I don't know if I'm ready for it, but you weren't. I don't know if you thought you were either. So I'll give it a shot.
The decision that I have come to, I will repeat Aiden's initial decision of electing 2 betas. In this case, Alex and Takao. Alex, you are very much prepared for this, even if you do not think you are. The confidence is part of why I would choose a second, and in this particular case, the steady, wise hand of Hikau to calm both my own temperate nature and provide you the confidence you will need. I would not put the heavy burden of leadership and making rough decisions on one as pure and kind as Dakota. I do not want
real Genghis Khan.
I do not want Dakota to have to be the one who makes the call between who lives and dies.
Is Dakota sitting next to Sal?
Mm-hmm.
He gives her a hug
She's gotten very quiet.
and just kind of like leaves the arm around shoulders, kind
I'm
of
not
squeezing.
seeing that with my not impossible. The fuck?
Jeez. Wow.
Apparently, Aiden lives in the golden retriever Silver Fang.
Silver retriever.
Been blessed.
6 dice, 6 successes. It
Aiden
can
is
happen.
sort of hanging around and
Who are you trying to get a read on there?
Dakota.
Yeah. Are you trying to hide what you're feeling there for Dakota?
Nah, Dakota doesn't really hide what she's feeling.
Okay, so what do you think Val gets off of 6 fucking successes?
You see, through
It's okay.
her
It's gonna be
soul.
great because when we get to combat, I'm gonna like triple botch every roll for my R room.
She seems happy for her friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like she is genuinely happy for her friends. But she does seem a little disappointed. And
Okay.
a little sad.
Okay. He doesn't say anything. He just makes note. Currently.
And though you've only been back a short time, you have seen things that I would not have in my limited perspective, Hekau. And so having you as the calmer voice to my own is relevant.
I'm honored. Do my best to assist as I can. I'll look over at Alex. I will be leaning heavily on you, though. Smiles and gestures with his severely damaged arm.
Sal, who was in the process of mouthing, literally stops. Does Sal have a sense? This is one of those weird questions where I feel like, character would have knowledge that I don't. But even though we've played this game for, dozens of hours altogether, these characters have been together, constantly. Does Sal have a sense of whether a joke like you can still boss me around or something like that would make Dakota laugh or would make things worse in this moment. Because I feel like he knows Dakota really well.
Yeah.
And his instinct is to make a joke, but he also
You
has been
don't-
really working on being better about stuff like that.
She's really quiet and sad, and when she gets like that, usually no on the jokes.
All right. Yeah, then he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of hugging her, and he'll reach over with his other hand and kind of like straighten out. She wearing the scarves in her hair again?
Oh, always, yes.
Yeah. So he'll just kind of like help straighten those out a little bit. That's all.
In any event, that was the important matter that needed to be discussed. If any of you have anything else to present, please bring it forward. Otherwise, I think it's time to start laying out our plan for all three of our packs.
Would laying out the plan require all of us?
Not
So,
necessarily. You especially are free to make your journey if you need.
in that case, I would like to ask. Coda, could you escort me to the cairn? I'll need to be introduced to the elders. Or
Sure.
Hey, Technicolor can drive now.
I can.
That's right.
I'm impressed.
Sal taught me.
I'm sure you've learned very well. I would like to walk. It's good to get to know a city.
Okay.
Maybe Technicolor could just drive real slow, like alongside you, just in case you decide you need to get back faster.
As amusing
Because-
as that would be, I feel like there are a few things called speed limit laws that might prevent.
I'm fine with walking. It's good.
All right. You got your you got your phones charged up if we need to get you. I need to figure out where you are. I mean, I know we got he taps the side of his head,
Yeah.
but you know, just in case we need to figure out where you are, come get you.
Thinks for a second, checks one pocket, checks another pocket, checks a third pocket. Yes, pulls out his phone.
All right.
It's a theater thing.
It is still that like old. Like,
Yeah, it's a
phone.
theurge thing. It's
Yeah.
apparently.
You should see Frost's phone.
Yeah.
It ain't a theurge thing.
It's less a theurge
And
thing and
Alex-
more a Silent Strider thing. Really,
Yeah.
Do we
We're
have
broke.
Aiden's bike
We have
here?
no resources.
Sure.
Pretty sure
Okay.
it hasn't been.
I mean,
Unless
we,
it had-
we had retrieved it at some point. We had mentioned
Yeah.
over like conversations in chat.
I was, I wasn't here last week, but I was going to suggest that Sal has been driving it since he doesn't have a car
Mm-hmm.
right now. So,
Okay.
but I don't know. I guess Aiden would have had his keys on him. I assume we would have collected his
Mhm.
personal effects.
Yeah, he
Yes.
would have.
Okay. Did he leave the bike to anyone in his letters?
No.
Okay.
Find us, keep us.
Yeah.
You're driving. the
Actually,
dead
that's a
guy's
good
bike.
point. No. Hold up.
Oh,
We
okay.
need to back up on that.
Okay.
Aiden doesn't have a bike anymore. It got blown up.
that's
That's why I didn't put it in the
That's
letter.
why. That's why. It was
Oh,
Did
right,
it?
yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
mhm.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
caught. It was caught in the explosion.
Yeah, that was caught in the
Sonya blew
explosion.
up all of our vehicles.
Except hers.
Mhm.
In true Sal fashion, I was too obsessed with my own loss of a vehicle to remember that Aiden lost it.
Yeah, that's right.
It's
Yep,
okay,
that's
we
right.
all
Aiden
forgot
didn't
that
have-
Aiden lost a vehicle.
Aiden didn't have his wheels. That's right. Yep.
All right.
Jeremy forgot that Aiden lost a vehicle because I distinctly recall saying he rode his bike to the training ground.
To where?
The training
Where
ground
where we did our training.
before the event.
Montage.
No, definitely didn't.
Yeah.
We all took one vehicle to the training grounds.
hmm
God. Sal's gonna roll back into Vegas on like an old bicycle.
The one with the really big front wheel and the really tiny back one.
The velocipede.
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny, guess what? I became a hipster.
Oh God.
Became.
All right. So you guys run off to the
Hey,
cairn.
I was a hipster before it was cool.
Go ahead and both of you give me a dexterity stealth, difficulty 7. Because you are running through an urban landscape, but it is definitely dark.
Yeah. Well, first I'll need to shoot into loop.
Yeah. Dakota
I
doesn't
can
need to
just
roll.
do that.
Mhm.
I do.
2 successes. Oh, wait. Should I have waited for me to change form? Hold on.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
sure you're in your
Yeah,
form.
sorry. Okay.
Because, yep.
Let me try that one more time.
I can stealth around in Hispo, right?
No, you can't.
3
Not
successes.
really.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm the size of a dog? What do you mean I'm the size of an elephant? What do you mean I'm the size of a car? All right.
Look, Cat Bus might be able to do it, but not you.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, you're plenty fine.
And then what was it? Stamina stealth?
Dexterity stealth.
dexterity. Oh, my. Roll dexterity stealth? Hang on.
You get more dex for being in lupus form.
I do, however, have 0 dots in stealth.
If you get 0 dots in stealth, then it's difficulty 7 for you, or difficulty 8 for you.
Almost been to willpower.
Okay.
Two successes.
2 successes. All right. So you guys managed to do a wolf sprint across Denver, staying to the shadows, keeping an eye out for vehicles. Nobody gets caught in headlights. Nobody gets run over. Maybe a couple other domesticated animals notice you're passing, but humans do not.
Reminder, Hakao looks exactly like a one-eyed jackal.
Yeah. But you arrive at the cairn. And seems to be fairly quiet.
Back.
Hekal seeing it for the first time. It's a long and broad building. Timber frame on the exterior, double doors, kind of a bulletproof glass security exterior doors.
I'm sorry, is it stamina primal urge? Just shift back.
Yes.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Yay.
You're just
You're
fine.
Got it.
So back into Hamid form for both of you. As you guys approach the doors, there's a faint bit of movement, and then a head pokes out. And Dakota, you recognize one of the guardians. This was definitely one of the people that was holding a spear and pointing at you when you arrived. Rope cutter. And who's this?
This is Hekal. Sorry, introduce yourself.
Oh, that's all right. Thank you. I'll take his hat off. I am Hakao, the Urchin Beta, Wings of the Mojave Pack. I have just arrived in town today, and I will introduce myself to Karen.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Come on in. Silent Striders usually, yeah. So you're pack mates with
You have many Silent Striders come through here.
off and on. Express was the last one that came through, which we might be seeing him again in the future. He said he was making a loop up north and was gonna swing back by if everything went, you know.
Well, it'd be exciting to meet another of my brothers, if I'm still.
You can go ahead and give me an intelligence and alertness if you want to see if you know who they're talking about.
Yeah.
For being a member of your tribe, difficult and operating in the North American region, difficulty 6. Silent Striders tend to keep pretty good track of each other.
Intelligence.
Yeah, standard memory roll.
Diff 6, you said?
Diff 6.
3 successes.
3 successes. If it's who they're thinking of, reasonably high rank Silent Strider, who goes by Guru Express. And yeah, with 3 successes, Ragabash, from what you recall.
Express.
Gorex.
Guru Express.
Yeah, I think that's the full name.
We've met once or twice.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, he was here a little while back, but no, I haven't seen any since him until you know.
Well, if he comes back through it, pass on my regards.
Okay. Hikau.
The cow.
Is that deed or?
He'll he just taps the amulet hanging around his neck, which he wouldn't be able to read because it's a hieroglyph of a cow. But
right, yeah, right.
Deed name.
Ah, cool. Just helps to, yeah. Anyway, sure, but yeah, no. Whoever's here can meet up and talk and swap whatever. And did you have like deliveries, or is this just a heyo?
Just a formal.
Okay, well, this way, and they'll guide you down the hallways into the Cairn Heart. Again, that raised platform of natural earth surrounded by dry stack rocks.
Compared to Las Vegas, I'm assuming this is very different. I don't remember Las Vegas at all.
Right, yeah. So whereas Vegas was this twisted like sculpture of screens and cables and electronic and wires and metal and glass, and this is much more Spartan and natural, both. You know, it's a big empty wood floor hall, probably almost 50 feet long and about 35 feet wide. And then it's got this platform about 15 feet in diameter with dry stacked stones surrounding it. And inside it, it's like they built the hall around this and they didn't move this big stump that's lightning struck of this ponderosa pine in there. They built it around it and kept that, you know, untouched and natural. And you can, as Hikau can definitely sense, you know, you're coming into the Cairn Heart. You pass the bond a little ways back, and now you're in the beating spiritual core of the Sept of Forgotten Questions.
As we're walking in, I'll lean over towards Dakota. One of the things I love most about traveling, no two cairns are alike, and they all have a different feel, a different spirituality about them.
It's only the second one I've been to, but it's nice.
They're all intriguing and fascinating in their own way.
Oh, that's very nice to hear.
I hope you get to see more. And you'll turn to the voice.
Yep. And Dakota, you recognize Hawk's Wandering is stepping up. Hikau, you see late 50s woman, fair bit of silver in her hair, carrying a staff, not like a Iskaku staff. This one's more just like a walking stick. Stepping up to you, she's got some fairly simple kind of work looking clothes, a little bit of jewelry.
Can I, based on anything about her, can I tell Master the Right or Theurge at least?
You're not intuiting anything like that
Okay.
just off of her approach. No.
So then I'll say, Rhea?
Welcome. I'm keeper of the land. Hawk's Wandering.
A cow.
Friend of your late Alpha.
Glad to meet one of Aiden's friends.
Indeed. He's got more here than he used to.
Glad to hear. And
Little on the late side, but at least his memory is valued now, as it should have been.
my apologies for not arriving here sooner. First destination.
I can respect that. And the elders are unfortunately busy this evening, but I can certainly make note of you coming. You have anything that the Sept should be made aware of? She seems to have taken your measure as a silent strider pretty quickly.
Yeah. Was there any news that I caught passing through, or
You did a rush run.
rush,
You
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
stop at really any cairns along the way or even anything. So yeah, no, you haven't really picked up anything since Vegas, honestly.
nothing significant? But I was also in a bit of a
I can understand. Although that is kind of refreshing to have somebody drop by who just says, no, everything seems to be about the same.
If only that were my delivery everywhere.
Dakota, have you made contact with the other packs that were assigned to yours?
Oh, they're at Val's place.
Everybody's okay. Good.
There's a
heard-
party.
They're young. So, battle on the horizon then?
I think so. We still need to lay out our plans with our alpha.
And that is where we pivot back to Val's house after this break.
All right. If you're watching live, please stay tuned for these commercial messages. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, get food, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few. We're back.
for
A
it.
dinosaur story.
Hi, we're back in Denver with werewolves who don't bleed into their lungs when they run too fast.
Are you sure?
It's true.
That's
would
not
explain why
true.
Aiden died.
Some do. No, Aiden died not because he got blood in his lungs, because he got blood out of his everywhere else.
I feel like it also got into his lungs, though.
Yeah, but that wasn't the cause. The cause was the 3 feet of flaming silver. Alrighty, balefire, flaming silver.
That's-
no less.
3 feet of flaming silver is definitely some kind of band.
Yeah.
It's my 9 Inch Nails cover band.
Excellent.
Thank you, Sen.
So
In any
say-
event.
Back at Val's
fronted
house.
9 Inch Nails.
yeah, there you go.
Imagine what that 3 feet.
Back
of
at
silver
Val's
is.
house. Unnecessary. I know exactly what it is.
It's Guar. You definitely know what it is.
So back at Val's house, the remaining wings of the Mojave have assembled, I assume, with the Fire Claws and the Crash Fantastic pack.
Yep.
Yep.
So
All
we
right.
talking funny car. Okay, sorry.
All right, it's time to lay out the plans for how this dismantling of Intrepid Energy is going to take place.
Are we, by the way, even up to Karen, would we be in range of the totem
Yeah.
phone
Mhm.
so that one of them could pass along details to me and Dakota?
Yeah.
Which Ingvar would probably have Alex do.
Okay. Yep. I can do that.
So, and she'll lay out the map that we have of the Intrepid bases that we were given by Moriko. Because I believe Moriko gave us a full detailed map of all the sites.
Yep.
So she'll lay down the map of the site, and the intro sort of indicate we'll be handling these forces as a wolf pack hunts its prey. I'm trying to remember exactly all of both pack names. It's the Fire
Claws.
Fire Claws.
Fire Claws.
I don't know why I had Fire Fangs in my head. But
Fire Claws and
Crash Fantastic.
yeah.
The Fire Claws will be in charge of scouting and rapid maneuvering. I need eyes to know where the enemy is and what their forces are. Meanwhile, I need Crash Fantastic operating technological and harrying interference. Anytime reinforcements start moving, we need to have them delayed, dispersed, moved around, prevented from being effective.
Okay.
Our primary goal, and she will indicate the one that what was indicated by Moriko as being probably the central leadership base, because she had indicated one of them was the one that everything seemed to be organized out of.
So Moriko had indicated 2 specific bases of note. There was the central sort of supply ground base command center. And then there were 3 survey camps, one of which seemed to be the sketchiest, weirdest, most significant.
Mhm. So our primary goal is to identify what is going on at these 2 camps, she says, indicating to the supply camp and the sketchiest, the sketchiest of the survey camps. This survey camp has the largest amount of activity and seems to indicate that it's likely the one they're most successfully digging for what they're looking for at, which means that it's the most likely the place that is closest to the great beast underneath the mountain.
Oh, so that wasn't a metaphor. We're talking
No.
an actual.
We're talking a very
Like an-
powerful, dangerous bane of a level
Yep.
that would likely destroy most of the area.
Okay, but Bane on Gauntlet side, or did somebody somehow pull a Bane onto this side?
It's
Uh,
supposed to be real fucking big.
It's been sealed by, if I recall correctly, sealed by the Uktana.
Yeah.
The Uctina and the
Yeah.
Wendigo.
And the Wendigo. Yep.
It was sealed by the Uctana and the Wendigo, so both are relevant. There are likely physical seals on the reel.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that really kind of almost sounds like something that is just all on this side and will probably affect the other side.
Indeed.
There's an Uctina native to the area in one of the other packs. They might.
I was about to say. She'll look to the fire claws. I understand that one of your pack is an Uctana. Would you have any further insight?
There's a bit of a pause. And then a young man kind of stands up. I know a bit of the history, and yes, there are stories of my tribe having sealed. We're the ones who are the protectors and the warders against the great spirits that used to stalk across the lands here. Binding
Squeak.
them, keeping them secured, and in areas where they could have the least influence and cause the least damage was the great responsibility of our people before others arrived and made that more difficult. I'm not. A lot of knowledge has been lost throughout history because of various conflicts and problems, but
As if I recall correctly, the Get Ephemeris were a large part of the fucking with the Native American tribes when they came with
fair bit, yeah.
yeah. And so she'll say it just sort of off to as a side comment. As a member of one of the tribes, perhaps most responsible for that mess, I have wished that I could offer more than personal apologies for generations old errors.
Same.
But if we're gonna handle this one, what I know, there were a lot of times when binding something took action on both sides of the gauntlet. Although if you could bind something from one side that existed in the other, that's usually safest, but most things on that scale exist on both sides, so sometimes you can't do that.
I mean, our goal is just to keep it from getting unbound, right?
That is the
Yes.
hope.
Obviously, we have to be prepared for what to do if it gets free.
Yes.
That's a no-brainer.
If the bonds are even
Fight and
damaged,
die.
if the
But-
bonds are even damaged, we need to try and see if we can do anything to strengthen them.
Yeah, of course.
And having any relevant knowledge will go a long way. But
Well, if they needed a whole mountain to hold it down, then yeah, probably pretty big.
We think that Silver Fang King that came out here and left all his goodies around had anything to do with the binding, or
King Morning Kill.
that's
That
the one.
was. Wasn't that later?
Yeah, that's King Morning Kill was really this is recent history. And
Well,
he
I mean, I don't mean the original binding. I mean, like, checking up on it or making sure that all the spirits around had something to hold it off or anything like that.
it definitely seemed
The-
to have come here with a purpose, if nothing else. But so indicate to Val to continue.
he looks a little bit conflicted is probably the best way to put it.
Do I share tribe secrets?
Jacob's complex.
Hmm.
All right. I know I know that my people don't exactly have the best reputation for, shall we say,
Sanity.
I was going to say stability, but yeah, that works. He wasn't there. I don't know all the details before my time, but supposedly he got better or something. That's what they say anyways. But yeah, he got real Targaryen, let's put it that way.
Oh, Alex finally understands.
I mean,
Um
I'm still kind of new at talking about this shit, but I mean, I come from a background where somebody I looked up to a lot turned out that they were doing a lot of bad shit. Is there a possibility he was out here working for the other team?
no, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Jacob
So not-
Morningkill may have been wild and perhaps unsettled, but he was always loyal to the wild.
He was always yes.
Alright.
He was very Targaryen. Yeah, but like he might have fucked shit up. I'm not putting that past him. If he came out here and thought, fine, I'll do it myself kind of situation. You know what I mean? But
He may have caused some kind of loosening of the bindings in
he
his
could have.
potential insane acts.
I don't know why he would have come out here and put the things that we found out here. That's a whole big question. But he could have fucked something up, but he wouldn't have come out here trying to free it unless
He thought he could kill it.
he thought he could kill it. I'm not going to put that past him, I'll be honest.
But it's not free. We'd know if it was.
It's not
Or
free. It can't be.
If
Something
it
that
was
big,
free,
fucking
we'd
toast.
know.
there wouldn't be a mountain.
I
Yeah.
think getting back to the question then of strategy.
Yes. We need to stop the dig site first and foremost. And after we've stopped the dig site, we need to stop them from continuing to dig.
Yeah.
We need to make this as invaluable as possible. We need to make them change their minds on the profit of this operation.
My suggestion would be focusing on one camp, not the supplies. That's important because it has most of their supplies and they can refuel from there and if we destroy one of those camps,
The supplies I think are the aftermath. Once we've stopped the primary camp from digging, then we need to make sure they can't rebuild the camp.
Total fucking annihilation.
Also,
So if I'm hearing you right, Ms. Ingvar, us in Crash are going to be running interference. Fire Claws are going to be running around the outside, letting us know like if reinforcements are on the way and shit. And you guys are going to lead the assault on the survey camp where they're drilling or whatever.
I think you'll all be seeing your own fair share of fighting because I don't think their reinforcements will be quiet, but that is the base outline. I appreciate any input you might have that would help refine the plan.
I mean, I guess we don't know how many are at the survey camp or what sort of.
Did Moriko get us any kind of rough numbers?
Any numbers Moriko got you at this point would be a couple weeks out of date. So,
But do we know what they were last a couple weeks ago though?
there were at least a couple dozen there.
The last count that we had was a few dozen, but that is a couple of weeks old. That number may have increased if they've been making any significant progress in the dig.
Grania would speak up at that point. We can, ahead of actually assaulting the place, we can break. They have another camp that has their HR and personnel files in it. If we want to get updated numbers, we can break into there, steal some data. I'm sure Crash Fantastic could probably get in there without even setting foot on the complex.
Good try. If they're hooked into Wi-Fi.
The times we've run into them before, I'm trying to remember all of the like 3 separate incidences.
They've kept a close eye and managed to shoot down drones that have been attempted to fly over their space.
Yes,
They've also kept relatively closed circuit communications with a direct line from any of their outside teams directly back to their camp.
Not shut down. Shut down. Anything that flies, we had drones fly over, and as soon as they got within the walls, power off.
Yeah.
Technologically savvy, they're technologically savvy. They're able to trace cash inflow, follow it back and forth. They traced us to our hideout that we were using based on the purchase of those drones. I'm pretty certain, and the use of credit cards.
Credit cards through LLCs out of state, even so.
So they're definitely wired in. They're getting information from the outside. And yeah, they have shortwave. They got what was it, shortwave radio that they were using, or was it?
Yeah.
I've actually got a bit of it still. She'll say, and she'll pull out her bag that has some of the radio that she harvested from one of the trucks.
They like to send armored trucks with.
Okay.
And she'll actually toss the radio towards Crash Fantastic.
One of them will catch it, kind of sniff on it. Oh yeah, no, we can make something of this.
I mean, I got an idea, Zena.
Go on.
This is a BNS job at minimum, but yeah, go ahead.
If we can get those names, when we go to hit the main camp, if we want to draw things off, if we got a head honcho or something that's off site, at least off that main site somewhere else, somebody that's a big mover and shaker. And he pulls out his Umbra phone. He says, I got a little something on here that can give him one fucking hell of a headache through the phone lines.
That might actually be exceptionally useful if they've got someone who coordinates from outside, then we can bring them down without even getting close to them. That might help disrupt their organization.
With the hanging out that she's been doing with Crash Fantastic, has Grania figured out who like their tech person is yet? Like specifically?
Yep. Absolutely.
Do it.
All of them.
Didn't know if they had someone specific.
They don't have like all of them have at least 3 dots in crafts and 3 in computers, mechanically speaking. Yeah.
She's among her people.
Yes. No, you have found your community. Absolutely.
She'll also hold up her little USB drive that has all manner of graffiti on it. And if we need to get in physically, I do have one hell of a distraction that can get in.
Grania, you can actually make this roll since you've been hanging out with Crash Fantastic. Give me a intelligence and it's like technology with a side of an occult, or it's like computer with a side of an occult. Yeah. Give me an intelligence computers roll. Why not?
Weird computers.
Diff 7. Right. Yeah. Weird computers.
So like Linux.
Fuck you.
Jack, I have known you for years. I know exactly what to say to piss you off.
Diff 7, you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
What? Not a botch.
It's not a botch.
Not a botch.
Just failure.
Yeah. Okay. Then you don't know what they're talking about when they say BNS. For some reason, that one doesn't land for you.
It's all right, because Ingvar knows nothing about technology and thus will ask the leading question. BNS?
Oh, bats and sparrows. Hacking something through spirits rather than through tech.
Ah,
I mean,
very useful.
You remember like a security network back in
Yeah.
Vegas.
that fits because
Right.
the thing that the USB she's holding is a spirit bound to a USB.
Right. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
basically, instead of actually trying to find an existing network to attach to a network, you call up a bunch of spirits and you say, hey, will you be a network for us? Now we've got a connection.
Mhm.
And
Well,
Sal was referring to the fact that he has a telephone clave. So I
Yes.
can literally stab somebody through the phone.
Through the phone.
Should we approach through the Umbra or the Real?
That's another question.
The-
Fire Claws, do you have the capacity to communicate across the gauntlet with each other?
Yeah.
Do
No,
you think-
we're on pretty good terms with a few spirits who can carry back and forth.
Do you think that the group of you might be able to inspect the primary dig site for both physical and umbral security and identify the best way in?
Sure. Yeah, we can. You've got coordinates. We can head up there first light tomorrow.
Be careful. Like we said, they were able to track us through credit card purchases through shell companies. So,
Oh, we're not going to be investigating them financially.
but physical
But
security.
I take
also
your
gotta be
meaning,
high,
yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No, we've run into some real limo assholes up there, and yeah, no, we've got a few tricks up our sleeves too, but we'll be cautious.
Also, black spirals and black spirals and bane riddens up the ass.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Ingvar looks over at Alex. You had something you were beginning to say?
The last few times, the times we've run into them have been on the Real side, so we know more of their capabilities from that side. But they know we're werewolves. They know we can come at them from either angle.
Okay. Loaded with
And-
silver, etc. I assume.
Yes.
Every time they've attacked us, they've come loaded with silver ammunition.
Grania will like raise her shirt to point to her silver scars.
Hey, you want a hand with that?
I mean, it's mostly just scarring, but sure.
Oh, so there's no residual just hanging out in there?
I mean, it still itches whenever someone's got silver nearby, but otherwise, no, not a bullet left.
Oh, okay. That's what I was worried about.
But the last force that assaulted us was a combination of two different Bane Ridden, one designed for deception and one designed for assault, along with a squad of tactically trained and armed soldiers.
Oh, and then when we assaulted them, it was a handful of fucking spirals
Okay.
and a bane ridden.
Boy. You guys know how to pick them. Razor's Ledge is like picking his teeth off to one side.
And they got high and mighty weapons. When it took out our alpha, it was a big fuck off sword of flame and silver.
Bane Clave, yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck.
He seemed to have been their leading werewolf, however, so they may have just lost their commander.
Yeah, he was our leading werewolf
Sal is lit-
until Ironblood ripped his fucking face off.
Sal is in Hamid form, but he is growling.
Well, if there's one thing I know about spirals, they won't be without a leader for long, because those fuckers are always clamoring for promotions.
Indeed, but hopefully their replacement won't be quite as dangerous.
Yep. That's a good hope to have.
I know, it's unlikely.
Al?
So here's every time that every time they've seen an opportunity to strike at something, they've sent a sizable force out at it, right?
Indeed.
There's your plan.
Ambush one of their convoys.
No.
Give
Draw them out.
Give them an opportunity.
Give them a decoy diversion that they go out to try and destroy, and then their primary attack force is going to be completely out. And we go in and we annihilate everything that's left.
That's
and then
definitely
when they come back, we're
that's
ready
definitely
for 'em.
that's definitely part of what I'm hoping can be done with diversions is stop it preventing any of their reinforcements from going to the right place. If we can divert them to the wrong location so they're away from their base.
Grania, you're pretty fast, right?
And I need to be.
And you know things that make distractions.
On a few different tectonic levels, yes.
Should we send a little team with Grania to go blow up one of the camps that we don't give as much of a shit about?
That would be actually an excellent
That'd
first
do
step
it.
to draw their attention. Yes.
That gets them out. We go in, we wipe out everything that's there because probably their thinkers are not their fighters.
You know, I did get a lovely care package back home. At least 4 different flavors of cake.
Where are you parked? Is it close to this house?
All right, up front.
Sorry, what?
C4 doesn't detonate unless it's primed. Don't worry.
Okay.
You say that.
Every explosion I've ever been a part of has been intentional, love.
2 times.
Yeah, that's the problem most of this pack has with Grania right now.
Yeah.
Look, it's okay. I don't want to speak out of turn. Razor's Ledge, again, speaking out of turn. But
Yes, you
we've
do.
got no. I like the synchronicity of this. We've got a Hamid Ragabash in one pack. We've got a Metis Ragabash in my pack, and we got a Lupus Ragabash in that pack. Do we do a shadow run?
Chop liver?
Do the 3 of you do the 3 of you in specific want to
I'm just saying I
have a new
appreciate the
moon time.
synchronicity. I appreciate the synchronicity of it. And who the fuck are you again? Looking at Sal.
I'm the original flavor.
That's right. So you should be with the big guns who are actually getting the important work done. Don't you think?
Look, I know what you're doing. You're trying to flatter me. It's working. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You get to put that fancy new fetish of yours to good work, Sal.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like you said, if there's a brains of the operation somewhere, let's give him a fucking lobotomy.
Indeed.
Yep.
So, distraction at one of those camps to draw away their primary attack force.
I mean,
Harry them, keep them from moving.
if we're making a distraction a different camp, why don't we just blow?
That's
Yep.
the move.
That's
So
actually yes.
Literally the move.
Detonate their supplies, prevent them from rebuilding, and also draw their forces. That's a large enough target they wouldn't think it's a diversion.
Yep.
So the 3 of us Peaky Blinders our way into the supply camp, plant some C4, make a bit of noise, blow it the fuck up, hightail it out. While they're chasing us, we go in.
And while they're chasing you, Crash Fantastic as a whole running interference, and Fire Claws keeping an eye out for anything else, and scouting acting as our reserve when we need you.
Keeping us alive.
Disrupting communications so that they can't hear that their primary base is getting attacked.
Points at
How
Crash,
are we?
Points at Crash Fantastic. You make it seem like there's a lot more of us than we are. Points at the Fire Claws. You keep us from dying.
Yeah, this actually sounds like an actual more than 80% of a plan.
It's exactly how much of a plan it needs to be because the other 20% never matters.
And then from out in the kitchen, you hear, "Got it."
Also, in
Go!
response,
Val is up and going in there because he has dibs on one of those drinks.
in
Got
response
what?
to Val's comment of about how little it actually ends up mattering, Sal says, "You have been fucking paying attention to our pack."
I mean, he stopped briefly, like right in that space between kitchen and living room to say, I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, if you don't
But
think Sal is
also-
right next to him, you are incorrect.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
You two are flanking into the
You're
kitchen.
not wrong, but also all of human and guru history.
Mm.
Right. So the last time you saw Frost Mage, she was in the kitchen playing drums on the counter with her fingers at a can of Red Bull, which was then grown to 3 cans of Red Bull. It is now 6 cans of Red Bull and 3 bottles of Jaeger. And as you walk in,
Like
there's
Jesus style, or just has she gotten more?
No, she's just collected more as people have
okay.
walked in and out and figured out what she was doing. Right.
Because Sal might have to convert religions if that was the case.
I worship Frost Mage, she who splits the beer.
As you guys walk in, there's a localized earthquake happening in the kitchen. Those 9 containers are all just vibrating slightly.
How much
Everything else is perfectly normal.
How much like the beginning of the "Turn Down for What" music video does it look like?
I mean, there are parallels to be drawn.
All right.
Val just reaches out and puts a hand on Sal's shoulder, like, hold this. We wait until we see.
She grabs a glass, pours half of a Red Bull in it, grabs a shot glass,
This has to be tactical.
fills
our
it up with the
approach.
Jaeger, holds over, drops shotguns. Kind of takes her about 5 to 7 seconds to get the entire thing down her throat. Holy fuck. Get everybody in here.
Bellissimo! All right, everybody, shots!
And she just starts pulling glasses, making drinks. Anybody who wants to drink one needs to make just a stamina roll. Difficulty 8.
How does the alcohol tolerance merit factor into this?
Does not factor in anymore. These are awakened spirits.
Yeah.
Was it stamina difficulty 8?
Stamina difficulty 8.
I'm gonna.
I'll take
You
a
can't
shot.
spend a willpower on this.
Okay.
Grania is also drinking.
That
That's
is not
so
that's a
many
botch.
botches. That's so.
Ingvar finally gets drunk for once in her entire life.
No, Ingvar finally gets stupid drunk. To be clear.
No successes.
Grania
and
has one success.
I'm sorry, difficulty what?
8.
All right. And before Sal takes a drink,
Mhm.
is Dakota in the kitchen?
No, Dakota's with a cow.
We're not back yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay,
This is
right,
happening
right,
while
right,
we're out.
All right, then Sal has no thoughts other than shots. 1.
Okay. So Grania, Val, and Sal are pleasantly buzzed. Like you're actually drunk, but in a
Yep.
fun way. Alex, you feel the need to at least to extend a hand and grab like something that isn't moving. And then so
Oh.
you like reach out and grab a door jamb. It's moving. And then you find yourself sitting on the floor, just
Oh,
kind of swaying in a little bit of a circle. Leaned up against the wall, though. The wall doesn't seem to be moving as much.
well, that's good.
Okay, this is a thing.
Grania is doing like drunk girl party maintenance over there, just making sure that Alex doesn't completely lose it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But you feeling okay, Boxcars?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Ingvar is probably like sprawled into that chair she had been sitting in earlier, just
Right.
laughing her ass off because this is
Ingvar,
the first time
you
she's
are
ever been.
trash drunk.
Yeah, this is the first time Ingvar has ever been intoxicated. Like
Yep.
flat. Period. End of sentence.
Right. Yeah. Ingvar, you are finally figuring out what all these humans are always on about.
And she
About
finds it
this bullshit.
hilarious.
Oh yeah.
I tap, or Grania taps Sal on the shoulder. Hey, look, Ingvar's white girl wasted.
That's a good one, Luco. Does Mother's Touch help with drunkenness?
No.
Okay.
Especially not spirit-induced drunkenness.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Alex, you're on your own.
No, the only gift that helps with awakened spirits is the toxin resistance one that the Fianna and I think a couple others get, which just means
cannot
you-
imagine.
which just
Bonars
means
wouldn't have
you
it.
don't get hungover.
I imagine for anything to actually work against this, we're talking like exorcism rites.
Pretty much.
Does Boxcars look like she's having a bad time?
This is different. She's
Has Alex been drunk before?
yes. She got drunk at the party.
That's what kicked thing. Oh shit! Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what kicks the. Okay, so
Because-
Sal's gonna like sit down next to Alex and then just kind of chat with Alex, but make sure that she's okay.
Okay. She's sort of right. She's not super responsive, I don't think. Like, this is weird. This is new. I don't know. There's a lot. Yeah.
Do you want to meet my gun?
What?
Do you want to meet my gun? Because it's like, it's got a bunch of little guys in there.
Jesus
But, like,
Christ, Sal, you're not supposed to show ladies your gun when they're drunk.
It's okay, we're family, so you can talk.
Makes it worse.
You can talk. You can talk to it if you want. You want to say hi?
No.
Dakota
Well,
will never leave
you
Sal
hear-
again.
You hear, hold on just a second.
The best thing is that Cal and Dakota are going to come back after this. It's just going to be that scene from Community.
I'm just
Yeah, I
checking
can't wait to
something
see-
really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You just hear fairly loudly over it. When you're drunk, the guns go away in my house. I don't care if they're fetishes.
I'll put it away. I'm gonna put it to bed. I feel like I need a little gun bed. I'm gonna put the bazooka to bed. Do you have like a crib somewhere? No, you probably don't have a crib. I'm gonna go put it to
About
bed.
this time, a Glabro, a Val walks over, just sort of grabs Sal, puts him over his shoulder, and takes him upstairs and
we-
deposits him in a room.
We are equally drunk.
I am. Yes, this is absolutely true.
So
We also
Sal just-
deal with our alcohols very differently.
Sal is
probably.
just like, "Whee!"
Val
everybody,
is,
everybody, 2 times is given airplane rides.
Val is the frat party boy who was the guy that everybody made sure watched the drinks and shit. You're finding out in this particular moment.
Excellent.
Mhm.
I will tuck my gun into bed and then come back down.
right about now, Hekau and Dakota will say have finished up their proprietaries and have made all the necessary introductions, and you've been noted as present and yada yada yada,
Yep.
and swapped howdies with Hawks and everything. So duties fulfilled.
Little wasp babies, don't you cry. I'm gonna shoot.
Okay, the
you
door to
into
the
someone's
bedroom's
eye.
getting shut on you at this point.
Just a little lullaby.
As we're leaving the cairn, rather than putting the hat back on, I'm just gonna reach over and plop it on Dakota's head again. Oh, actually, hang on. Reach into the satchel and pull out a pair of apples. I'm hungry. Want one?
Sure. She'll take one.
Offer Dakota an apple and we'll just bite into it and start to walk. How are you feeling, Dakota?
I'm okay.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
we were a little quiet after the decision was made. Wanted to check on.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine.
It's all right to be disappointed.
I am a little disappointed. But it doesn't mean I'm not happy that you're beta.
Now, obviously, be happy for our friends and disappointed for ourselves, all in the same breath. Think someday we'll make a fine leader in your own right. I don't think Ingvar's reasoning is bad, though I would have myself read it to. I don't think anyone should have to make the decision. Those in leadership have to.
I feel like sometimes Ingvar only sees one side of me. And there's a lot more there.
I understand. I think right now, Ingvar is attempting to live up to an image in her head. So, if in that manner, Ingvar has, in that image, placed you in a particular area, how do you think the best response to show her the rest of your ability?
Well, I don't want to make a big deal out of it or anything.
You don't have to.
And I just want to move forward and do the best I can, I think.
And that shows maturity. I think
Also, I need to keep Sal alive, which is a full-time job.
I can understand that as well. I think that you will, through your own natural endeavors, show Ingvar that you are more than the heart of the party, but that you are your own person, with all those facets and foibles and flaws that will have. Just by continuing on the path ahead of you, where some might see you, well, whatever it is you think they see you as. Know that there are also some of us that see more. And also, you look good in my hat, he says as he can bite out of the apple.
I like this hat.
It's a good hat.
Thank you,
When you-
Cal.
You're welcome, Dakota.
So when you guys get back, Everybody's passed out in various places around the house.
Well, it would seem that the festivities succeeded.
Alex's head is on Granya's shoulder.
Door to the office is closed.
Granya's arm is around Alex's shoulders.
Where is Sal?
Not on that floor. He's passed out in his room upstairs, so you wouldn't see him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
Good.
did I pass out in the room or did I come back?
Probably. It's up to you.
On the stairs.
Just like
No,
on the
he's-
stairs, like falling.
he's-
Drag.
He's in the room in that position. Holly, I know you know this one. Like next to the crib, like you've been there singing somebody to sleep until they fall asleep, but then you fell asleep first.
So
Any-
there's not really a crib.
It's-
It's just the
No,
bed.
no,
that
no,
Sal
no.
has
I
been-
know it's
Is
the
there
bed,
a-
but that's the posture.
Is there a gun
Mhm.
in the bed?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
The stock of the gun is resting on the pillow.
Yes.
Right. Mhm. Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Because the stock of the gun
Tucked
has like
around
those insectoid engravings on it, right?
Yep. Yep.
The sheets are sort of pulled up around it. And there's a hand over the blanket that's on top of it, like he was patting it before he fell asleep.
Remember what I said about maturity, Dakota.
I left him for a few hours.
He also, in his other hand, he has his phone, which is like sort of half fallen to the ground.
I'm not going to be able to move.
Where's Ingvar?
She's passed out in a chair right now.
Yep. She's in
Okay,
the armchair.
okay.
I imagine Ingvar's like half out of the chair. Like, you know, when you fall asleep and you keep sliding down until your shoulders are where your butt should be.
Yeah, she's probably like slumped like half out of the chair, but she is definitely in a like as comfortable a position as she can sleep in that chair.
We've fucking established in this pack that the alpha sleeps in a chair half the time, thanks to Jeremy. So
Yep.
Fair.
that's not even weird to any of us.
Let's
She has a smile. She has like the most contented and like happy smile on her face that any of you have ever seen on her.
let's do our best to make them as comfortable as possible, I feel.
Okay.
And then
Dakota's gonna go to the bedrooms and get a bunch of blankets and pillows and come back down.
Just start
exactly
tucking
what I
people
was
in.
thinking.
Yep. Wherever they are. The
And
best
anyone that's
man.
outside is getting a ride of the cardboard house built over them. A ride of the cardboard palace built over
Right,
them.
come.
Also,
Fantastic.
she's going to very, very carefully move Sal's gun
Okay.
off of the bed,
Okay.
and she'll place it on its own pillow next to the bed, and
Okay.
kind of set his phone on the bedside table
Right.
and kind of tuck him in.
My babies. My babies.
Make sure you set the safety to on.
She will do that.
Okay.
Is the
Mm.
safety just like a single like grasshopper? That you just-
It's wasps, there's no safety.
Yeah, no.
It's lost.
What is lost? There's no safety.
Not wrong.
Yeah, we'll arrange everybody as best we can without moving them too much because I can't move any of them.
Dakota
Okay.
can tug on people, but that's about it.
Fantastic. Does anybody have the resist toxin gift?
Only
I
when
have alcohol tolerance, which is the merit version of resist toxins,
Grania-
basically.
Right, yeah.
Grania does.
Merit doesn't really qualify.
Grania does when she drinks from her flask, which is the only thing she drinks from. So
Okay.
Nope.
Well, you can't really mix a Jaeger bomb in the flask, so you didn't get to use
Yeah.
it from this.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody just give me a standard difficulty stamina roll as you wake up the next morning. And you all get a willpower.
Standard is 6.
6. Yes.
Yeah.
2 successes. Also 3 if unbreakable applies.
Staying up a bit
I've-
longer, and with Dakota's help, I would have been trying to see if I could suss out any sort of concoction that might be good for spiritually induced hangovers. Whether that is by summoning a healing spirit into an egg and cracking it into a Bloody Mary or something.
It strikes you that might be a good talon to try and research to figure out if you could make one.
Yeah.
But you
Hangover
do,
cure talon.
Yeah, hangover cure
Need
talon.
to-
But you don't have one of those currently.
No, I didn't think about creating a hangover cure talon because it's never come up before.
I think very, very rarely.
Take a
in
bunch
this
of
crowd.
coffee.
I think, Dakota,
food.
what this needs is a preventative solution. So if you could be as cheerful as possible to all of them.
Oh, I always am.
Good.
Anyway,
What time do you think they'll wake up? Because I'm usually up at like 6.
They'll wake up whenever you do.
amazing. So 2 successes for Alex.
Cal takes his job as beta very seriously.
2 successes for Sal. 2 successes for Ingvar.
It's just a stamina roll.
Well, you didn't drink, so you don't.
No,
have
know for Grania.
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 Oh yeah. Stamina difficulty 6.
Does unbreakable apply in this case?
Not really. No. This is not a concerted effort that you're making on purpose. Man, 2s across the board. All of you are just have the faintest edge of something in the back of your brain. But yeah, no, your werewolf physiology seems to have handled the dehydration pretty well.
Right. Question for Dakota from Val in the chat.
Yes, I was about to respond. Yes, she would absolutely check for Val.
Yeah, and
Okay.
honestly, Hekau might have gotten there first because he was never told to leave the office alone. Because that happened before Hekau got there.
True. So yeah, the office is very much just an office for the most part. There is like a futon to there for sleeping purposes if need be, off sort of in the corner, which is what he's using.
Okay, so he did make it to the futon.
Oh, 100%. Like
Good for
again,
him.
I feel like he's tipsy, like you said, but he's
Right.
like he's responsible drunk.
Yeah.
He is me when I'm drunk,
Right.
basically.
Mhm.
Which is sure, I will sway back and forth as I walk down the hallway.
But I do not lose my rationale or judgment.
Here's a fun fact: my typing and grammar gets better when I'm drunk.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely write drunk. That
because
is-
you're
that is a
you're
thing.
more careful about
right,
that.
because you're
shit.
like, yep, nope, I'm the same way.
I'm an analytical drunk.
Yeah, there's sort of a futon off to the side. There's clearly a space that is like this is where I sit to meditate in the morning spot. And then the whole wall along the side closest to the staircase. Shrine would be a creepy way to put it.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Hold
But
up.
there's a shrine.
Hold up.
Oh god.
I'm
Can't
not done.
No,
Can't
there's no good answer to this though.
Yes, there is.
No, there's
No,
a great
there's
answer to
not.
this. Whatever he's about to say is going to be amazing.
I'm
God.
not done.
Oh no.
It is just clippings and like remembrances and like newspaper clippings of things that were done like within human society, some recountings of the other side for his mother, like
Mhm.
the whole thing.
Yep.
There is a spot there for his clay, which would be there because you don't sleep. I know you don't actually, but you don't sleep with your fucking blade.
No.
I mean, it's
This
not
is not a
bee gun.
D&D campaign.
You could accidentally roll over and draw it and then have to kill
Yeah.
somebody in your sleep.
Or, pierce
Stab
through
yourself.
it and
Right.
stab yourself with a silver spirit blade.
How'd you sleep? Well, I took 2 more aggravated damage last night.
Yeah, exactly, right?
If you know what
Um,
I mean.
No, Sal, we don't.
Greg,
That's
no,
weird.
we don't. Clarify that situation. But yeah, no, it's definitely more of a reverence kind of thing. And then on the wall next to it is sort of a small growing thing of like his own stuff, although it's more like high school stuff, like sports stuff and things like that.
Does he still have his high school sports trophies?
No, he does not.
It's very much the way that some Japanese families will have shrines to dear departed family members. That
Very
are just
much
like
so.
the picture of them and like things that were important about them.
Yep.
All-
Yeah, it's
all-
her
all joking
accomplishments
aside.
and then him what he's trying to do, hoping. Yeah.
All joking aside, I was ready for it to be creepy, and now I'm just sort of sad and touched.
No, first of
So,
all,
well-
if he
well
did have
played.
that creepy stuff, you don't think if you did have a creepy shrine to the pack, you don't think he would have been smart enough to take that down first?
No, I don't.
Creepy stalkers typically don't take that down.
At least
But
people
anyway.
are putting you in the house.
Coffee is made. People are awoken. Most people aren't hungover.
Dakota skipping through the house at 6 a.m. Good morning, handing everyone coffee.
Good
Technicolor,
morning.
everything go okay? Sal sort of idly checking his phone, unlocks his phone, and just stares at it, sort of freezes for a second and goes, well, fuck. Locks it, puts it in his pocket.
Dude,
That's
Sal.
a problem for later.
Something to share with the rest of us, Sal?
Oh my God,
happened?
Sal,
Nope.
did you do the drunk texting thing?
You
How
know
do
what?
you not know? How do you not
Did you
know that when
text?
you start to get drunk, you give someone else your phone and don't let them tell them not to give
I-
it to you back?
I have literally never been drunk before.
Who did you text, Sal?
You know what? It is great to see you back. How was your trip with the cow?
Who did you text, Sal?
Thank you,
I-
Dakota. Ingvar says that she takes the coffee and downs
I
it.
think I know you texted.
I mean, you know what? This is really good coffee. Thank you.
Yep, you texted who I think you texted.
Who do you think I texted?
Why don't you tell me and I'll tell you if I'm right.
That is terrible 2 times. That is
Sal?
a terrible attempt.
Who did you text?
It was
His-
nobody that was mission critical.
His
Let's put it that
hookup.
way. You know what? That is definitely not the case anymore. Let's move on.
Okay, right, okay. What was said right before Sal said that? 'Cause
His
I didn't hear
hookup.
it. Okay. Oh, did you text that girl?
There's a great view upstairs on
Yep.
the balcony.
Yep, 100%.
By the
Technicolor.
way, Craig, what did you text the person in question so that I can make sure that you got the correct response should there be one?
It was essentially a long rambling series of texts about how you are super great. I want to go to the mountains sometime, but now's not a great time. But I
Oh,
want you to
no.
know that you're super great. And it was really nice to meet you. Did I mention that you're great? Because you are. Anyway, thank you. I think we might be fighting some things. Anyway, there's a big thing. It's not you,
no.
it's the worm. And it just
Oh no!
It's not you, it's the worm.
Roll me a d10.
Was there
Oh,
there
no.
an I'm drunk anywhere in there?
no,
or-
absolutely
I don't think
not.
that was necessary. I think by the third,
no,
you're really
no.
great, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
She knows.
A
She
five.
knows he was drunk, yes.
Ooh,
Okay,
right on.
with a 5, there is no response.
Okay.
She is. She's a female kid. First of all, this is not the first time somebody's probably done that to her.
You just got
What,
left
it's
on
not
red.
you, it's the worm.
The first couple were left on red. The following ones have been,
Been
sent.
sent.
Yeah.
Have been delivered.
Fair.
Yep. Because she's not stupid and she's going to let that just work its way out and then get back eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fine. You'll be fine, dude.
I just, Dakota, I mean, he would say Technicolor, not Dakota. Take me upstairs. And he just sort of like runs off with his coffee.
There's banging coming from the kitchen.
Okay, was that a follow him upstairs?
Yeah, I mean, he
Okay.
had said basically like, it's really nice on the roof, and then gave up and just ran another room.
Okay, Dakota, go follow him.
All right. Is this a good time to do that scene, or we can?
Sure.
So he says, yeah, it was that girl. I texted her and said, probably wasn't gonna work out. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I told her that it was because we might die. So is that the right thing to do?
I think so. Do you need me to text her to tell her you weren't in your right mind last night?
I think that would probably be really weird, but I appreciate
Okay,
the offer.
Okay, I can help.
You know what? You are helping right now that I
Okay.
have somebody to talk to. Did you haven't. This is weird. We sort of established this. Did you ever have like feelings like not like you want to be friends with somebody, like you want to be more than friends, but like you
Like-
don't necessarily want to sleep with them, at least like right away?
Like being family with someone?
No. Like sleeping with them is not off the table, but it's not like the goal. Does that make sense? Because it's kind of weird.
Sal, it
No,
doesn't.
yeah, I think I've gone crazy or something.
I don't
You just keep-
understand some of your ways. Not you, as in Sal. I mean, like, I don't know human ways.
Yeah. I just, the Weskers. Like
You do the
we've
fam
worked-
the
Oh,
family.
oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Dakota may not
yes.
know the last name because I don't think Dakota was there for that part of the conversation. So
Yeah,
that's
she's just
legitimately
fine
the
with
case. that
kids.
Dakota
Yeah.
might not. Yeah, like the family that we went out. It was Susanna and the kids.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
That's the Weskers. I don't know. I guess I kind of would like to get to know her a little better. And it didn't really seem like the right thing to do to kind of also be, hooking up with Ifa. And then, like, obviously I don't want to leave you alone. So
I mean, you won't. We've had this talk. You
yeah,
can go do your thing. I have other people here.
yeah, I know, but I kind of like I don't want to so much. Like I kind of want to, we got like a whole mountain that's going to come to life and eat Denver or something. Like, why don't we take care of that shit and we'll talk about this more after?
Okay,
All right.
let's live through that first.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I'll make sure you don't die if you make sure I don't die.
Deal.
All right. Heel high five. He puts his hand up.
Too high. Deal. High five.
All right. And let's keep the rest of these idiots alive too, huh?
Okay.
All right, let's go get them.
You just hear yelled from below. If you need advice on this stuff, I actually know my shit.
Holy Christ.
And yet you yelled it loudly in the middle of the house.
No.
He went outside. Yeah.
I'm outside.
Okay.
Yeah,
sorry.
he's outside.
So I can hear the conversation from the roof that is
Right.
open air.
Gotcha.
He like
I picture
fucking.
I thought you were
out
like
in
in
the
the
house
middle
still
of the
saying that.
house. I thought you were like in the middle of the house, just yelling up the stairs.
No,
No, I'm just picturing fucking John Cusack out in the yard.
he was
Uh,
nice enough not to interrupt during. He waited until the conversation was done.
So it turns out that Dakota's usual duties have been taken over by two Aruns who are in the kitchen right now. And a large breakfast has been cooked.
Which two specifically?
Specifically, Tree Dodger from the Fire Claws pack and Curb Stomp Fatality, or just Curb Stomp from Crash Fantastic. But they have raided the kitchen, found anything that might possibly resemble a breakfast food, and have prepared it all. Because, there's like 15 people in this house, and
and all of them are
Werewolves.
and all of them are werewolves, right? So
And
we're gonna
hungover.
need some fucking food, right? And some of them are hungover. Yeah.
Dakota, for the first time ever, will give somebody a death stare as she walks into the kitchen.
So
Tree Dodger turns over, catches that, kind of blinks. Sorry, are you a vegetarian or something?
I do this.
Well, then grab a fucking apron and get in. We got there's a shit ton of work to do here.
Just still staring her down. She'll walk in.
Ingvar, get along with the other packs. Ingvar. Dakota, get along with the other packs.
Have some more coffee while you're talking to you.
Shakes her head, grabs the second coffee, downs it again.
sorry, I slept on your shoulder.
Oh no, it's all right. It's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Awkward Saturday morning couple over there.
Right, yep. Dances comes in. Iron Blood, catch, and tosses you a heavy duty walkie-talkie. We use these when spirit talk doesn't work, so this will be your lifeline to us, and we'll make sure that we can get lines of communication back to Crashes as well.
Does this cross the gauntlet?
No.
Okay.
That's for everybody on. It's going to be a little daisy chain, probably.
All right. I'll communicate with your real side, and they'll communicate with your gauntlet side.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Remind me how the Umbra phone works in terms of communication. Like if somebody has a cell phone on the other side of the Umbra, can I call them there, or they have to be on a cell network?
If somebody has a functional cell phone wherever they're at, either in the real or the Umbral side,
Okay,
I believe, or a landline,
because it can call spirits. So I was hoping
right.
it would work.
Some
on
spirits,
Okay.
Yeah, some spirits have that option as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So Sal will say, Xena, actually, I might be able to help coordinate a little bit. And he holds up.
That's
his
true.
phone.
You have the phone that can communicate across the gauntlet as well. So,
Redundancies
yeah.
are good. Absolutely.
redundant
All right.
lines of communication are valuable.
Anybody who let me just get everybody's number and let me know who primary points of contact ought to be, and I'll spend breakfast doing that.
Okay. You find out that primary points of contact for Crash Fantastics pack is going to be Razor's Ledge. But given that he's on diversion duty, he passes that off to Mixtape, their Galliard.
Okay.
And then Dances with Silver, the Alpha of the Fireclaws pack, is your primary point of contact for them.
Okay.
The two other Ragabashes in the diversion group, are they
Yep.
equal or lower rank to Grania?
What's Grania at right now?
2.
2? I think they are.
I think Razor's Ledge is
Razor's Ledge is below.
Below.
Razor's Ledge is, yep. And Monkey Paws is actually above.
okay.
Monkey Paws is rank 3.
So Grania, no offense to Aurelia over here, but you and I have direct links, so might as well make me the point of contact for the diversions.
Yeah, no problem.
Monkey Paws, who literally has not said words yet.
Just nods.
And I'll make sure everybody has my number as well, because I think vice versa. I think anytime anybody calls my phone, no matter where they are, or no matter where I am, rather, I can get a call.
Yeah. Yep. You work on both sides. Verizon coverage has nothing on you.
Now, you
Because
son of a
Verizon
bitch.
coverage is fucking awful.
I mean,
Phone-
that's true.
major-
At
major-
one point, they had more coverage than anybody else in the continental
Major
United States.
telecom companies hate this man.
Okay. But in fairness, yes, they did have more coverage. a lot of it was really bad coverage, even
Oh, yeah.
compared to other.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
Not good
the
quality
Verizon
coverage.
rant is another rant. I'll back
no.
off.
Cell phone companies hate this.
Oh, look at
one
that! It's
simple
almost
trick.
the end of our 3-hour slot for our finale, and we're
I know,
talking about cell phone coverage.
we can get right to the dramatic cliffhanger right before the fight starts.
Uh-huh.
And then
Yep.
season 3 starts after the fight ends.
No.
No, season 3 starts with the fight. You got to go right into that.
No, season 3 starts after the fight ends, as we're making new characters.
No,
because they all
so
died.
We
what
are
happens
mourning
is
our dead at the
season 3
beginning.
happens after the fight ends, and then we go back and do the fight, and then if anybody dies in the fight, we cut back to where season 3 started, and whoever was there that died in the flashback just fades out immediately, and everyone else goes, "I miss them."
It's a cut of Sal crying on a battlefield. And then as long as Sal isn't the one who dies, when we cut back to it, if nobody died, it pans down and Sal is crying over his gun because he's used all the shots for today. And
Okay. So, any other preparation you guys need before you go out to engage things?
Yes.
Okay.
I need to try to bind a cobra into this flint dagger that I've carved.
That is like a
I don't know if that, like, because the Desaya is very, very simple as far as materials go, and the only spirit that gets bound to it is a war spirit of Cobra's Brood.
Gotcha. Let me
Can you
let me see
summon
if we
one?
can make this happen.
Yeah, like I could summon one. As far as I know, it doesn't require anything more unless the ritual of fetish binding requires specifically more things.
Right of the
It's
finish.
in,
Yada,
it's
yada,
in
yada,
the fetish is in
yeah.
Silent Striders. Silent Striders tribe book.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the right.
It's a level. It's a level 3 fetish, Gnosis 6.
Okay. All right. If you want to try and summon a spirit, you can do that. How many hours is your alpha going to give you if you need to summon something? Alpha.
Well, we also know of where there's a potentially a nest.
Yes, it would definitely based on descriptions, that summoning would be the more efficient, even if it takes you a couple hours, because you would have to drive and travel and find and talk and blah, 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 blah.
So yeah, then
this probably could have been arranged, like, because this was a thing that you wanted to get done.
Yeah.
Probably would have been arranged while we were making the plans.
Okay.
So like early in the morning while everyone is getting ready, you would have had like a couple hours to get that done and try and get it work before we take off.
We'll say like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like go out in the backyard, spread a space.
Start your invocation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You can spend 2 hours to get the difficulty down to 3. So you can roll Gnosis difficulty 3 for your summoning of a war spirit from Cobra.
Actually, I would have crossed over the gauntlet.
No, it's the same. It just, you can cross if you want to cross over, then you don't have to pierce the gauntlet. Which I was assuming that you were already doing. So
I mean, I guess it's the same roll either way, isn't it?
No, because otherwise if you're going to do it in the real, first you have to pierce the gauntlet, so that'd be a Gnosis against 7.
Crossover.
Okay,
yeah.
so yeah, crossover and Gnosis difficulty 3. See how many successes you get.
5 successes.
Nice. All right. So the spirit comes immediately. It is of a friendly disposition to you. So you happen to reach out to one of the war spirits who has, for whatever the spiritual version is, fallen on hard times and is looking for a place to camp out for a while. Potentially. You have taken some running water and cleansed the fetish that way. And yeah, we'll say you can have been doing that in the past several days.
Yeah, like he's been preparing it.
He's
since
been
the
preparing
show,
this
yeah.
for a while. Yep. So you can. Your standard roll is Wits and Rituals difficulty 10. If you spend a point of permanent gnosis, you can reduce the difficulty by 2 for each point that you spend.
I will spend 1 point of permanent.
Okay, so you'll be rolling Wits and Rituals difficulty 8.
So your gnosis will drop to 4.
Keep in mind that when it says permanent
Yeah,
gnosis,
yeah,
it
permanent
yeah,
gnosis.
permanent
I
fucking
understand.
gnosis.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Yep, understood. Wits.
What is Hikao's total gnosis?
It was 5. Now it's 4. It was
Yeah.
probably 6 before I made Webcutter. Now that I think about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. No, I think it was. All right. So you'll be rolling Wits Rituals 8.
Can he spend a willpower on this?
Doesn't say you can't, so I'll say sure.
Yeah, I will spend a willpower. Four successes.
Yeah.
4 successes. All right. So you spend some time discussing with the Cobra Spirit what it is you intend, what it is you will need, and then once it agrees, in the wake of you offering a innate portion of your spiritual energy and connection with Gaia, you fling the flint up into the air. And the spirit circles underneath it, coiling, and as it begins to descend, strikes upward, merging with the flint dagger or curved blade. And it
Yeah, it's about 8
into
inches
the
long.
into the ground of the umbral side. And the resonance is there. The fetish has been created.
And I feel like as it merges, like the rougher edges just smooth out, and it becomes basically like a small. It's 8 inches long, so like the like Bowie knife sized equivalent of a Kopesh.
Yep. It's a shorter, more compact stone Kopesh, more or less. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, 8-inch blade curved into the Kopesh shape with just a like a 7-inch hilt that is still of that same flint but less formed into a blade, and then wrapped with leather and cloth.
The one thing you do notice as well is that the couple inches of stone that sticks out beyond that leather and cloth has taken on a snake scale texture to it engraved in the stone.
Sort of hold it in front of my, hold it to my forehead for a moment and thanks, and then slide it into the leather sheath that I've made.
Fantastic.
And then cross back.
All right.
Of it decide.
Nice.
And we're ready to begin.
Okay. You guys load up into your various vehicles. Grania goes off to work with the other 2 Ragabash to set up a sabotage and distraction. Meanwhile, piloting along with them, Frostmage begins to invoke a number of spirits, with Hard Knocks manning a keyboard on a laptop that they have. They've rigged up some sort of connection between the laptop and the radio that Grania provided. And every so often you can see a weird sort of like a faint flicker of movement of something that doesn't actually exist, as apparently these spirits have begun to enter and exit in periodic fashion this conglomerate daisy chain of technology that the Crash Fantastic Pack has put together. And as you guys are making your way toward Thorodin Mountain, Ingvar, you get over the radio. Yeah, we've investigated their current deployment. I think there's about 20 of them out there today, at least on the combat ready side of things.
Anything visible in the Umbra?
That's just what we can get from hacking into their communications at that base camp.
Mm.
Once we get Fireclaws on the ground, then they can probably let you know where your best approach is.
All right. So clocking around 20 combat staff at the site we're going for.
That's this morning's deployment record, at least.
Good to know.
Okay. We're gonna go post up near the bottom so that if they start getting closer, we can keep eyes on and jam up communications. I think as long as our boost signal and the spirits stay cooperative, we should be able to keep an eye on whatever digital presence they have going. And it's Frostmage had to burn a fair bit of energy, but she can probably get some of these bats and some of these sparrows to eat packets that they're trying to send out. So that should hopefully make their communications a lot dicier.
All right.
Okay, we'll keep you posted.
Once they figure out what you're doing, they're probably going to send the force after you. So get ready to maneuver and be ready for a fight.
Okay, you got it. Meanwhile, Fireclaws have moved. They started working their way up the hillside in lupus form. And after you're probably pushing about 10 a.m. at this point, assuming an early start. You get a call back from Dances with Silver. Ingvar, we just heard back from our spirit side. Look, it's not good. There's some sort of corruptive tissue, practically a wound bleeding out of the hillside here.
They've dug deep.
We haven't gotten into the camp yet. We don't even have sight on it. This shit extends. I don't know if this is just something that was hard to pick up, or if it's something that has recently manifested, or it's just, we know there's a wound there, but we didn't. Anyway, we don't usually range this area. It's handled by, most of our priorities have been further south.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not familiar territory to us. But
are there any active forces on the Umbra side, or is it just that corruption?
Well, I mean, corruption like that, there's active forces. I don't know if they're allied or just attracted here, but it is a fucking wasp's nest.
Mostly Jaglings, or are we seeing Banes?
Bane Jags, Bane Gaffs. We've got the whole nature channel here.
All right. So sounds like physical side's going to be safer.
I'll leave that one up to you, but we're gonna shift back and post up and see what they have on the material side. But unless they've littered the entire side of the mountain with claymores, probably would be my guess.
Well, I will speak up. I am somewhat effective at dealing with large quantities of spirits.
Maybe, but let's not throw ourselves into a hive unless we need to.
Certainly, but if we need to, I can get us through there. I don't know how safely.
As in, the Battle Mandala does a lot, but not everything.
But it does a lot. Especially if they're Jaglings, it does a fucking lot.
All right. Get us an eye on whatever's on the reel, and Unless they've got a fucking army, we'll probably end up punching through that way.
Okay, give us 20 or 30.
You got it.
Right. How close to the camp are you guys trying to get before for your posting up?
We're probably trying to circle around it so there's nothing between us and it, so that it's the only thing
Okay.
in the direction,
So
but not getting too close. So they got time to scout.
Right. The camp itself is most of the way up the mountain towards the peak. There's just a single logging access road that leads up to it. So you can either go up the road with a vehicle or two, or if you want to try and go overland, you can utilize what resources are your disposal for that as well.
Okay. We'll probably want a clear in and out strategy that can be abandoned if need be. So we'll probably have the vehicles at the beginning of the road so that we can just gun it up the road if we need to.
Okay.
Road that the road that they'll have to come past if the distraction works.
No,
Yeah,
that's fair.
We don't want to have vehicles nearby. They'll stop and shoot us.
Yeah. So we'll actually go on foot then and try and circle around, get a view of nearby. Not too close.
Sounds good.
And do we want to telegraph Clave somebody? Do we get any information on who would be a good target for that?
So as you keep track of what they're able to glean from hacking into the base camp, there you do have a name and a phone number of the local administrator of that base camp. That's as high up the chain as you can get.
Okay.
It's a good target.
Right. You know that there's a guy who's apparently one of their administrators, named, where did I put that guy's name? Frank Willoughby.
Okay.
I would potentially suggest that this is a local administrator of the base camp we're trying to assault.
Yes.
I would suggest, actually, if we're doing that, do that right as we're going in. Because if we fire that off too soon, they'll just pull their assault forces back before the distraction is effective.
No, actually making the attack, absolutely. Getting the information last minute, no, thanks.
No. He would say this after we've gotten the information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just like to make sure all my guns are loaded before going in.
Jeremy, you look like you got something to say.
Nope.
Okay. Fireclaws report back. They have cleared pretty much all cover and vegetation, at least 50 to 75 yards out around the survey location. They say that there's at least 3 sentry towers that are manned. Pretty sturdy gates and fence barriers. And they can definitely see movement on the inside, but they don't see anything particular as far as advanced security from the ability that they're able to get in terms of proximity to the camp itself. So you've got about at least 2 or 3 rage of movement from cover to the barrier around the camp itself.
What's sorry, you said it was how far away from those watchtowers, or?
So the watchtowers, they've got one on the north, one on the east, one on the south. The west side of the camp is literally right up against the mountain, and about no access really overland from that area. And they've got at least 50 to 75 yards of open terrain that they're overlooking.
So it'll be difficult to get close until the distraction is go.
Well, I could.
And in fact, if you guys want, the description of the camp is given to you.
I could do something
Nice.
with the local spirits of the area to assist with the watchtower in line with our approach.
If you can do something to distract, go ahead. Well, wait until our distraction is go, I should say.
It would. I don't know if it would be a distraction, but at the very least, it might clear out one obstacle.
Well, remember, the Umber is
You want to
crawling in this
clarify
place.
what obstacle?
The watchtower.
The
I'm a
Umber is
theurge, I can
crawling in this
command
place.
spirits. Yes, I understand the Umber is crawling in this.
I know.
But-
I could assault the watchtower via spirits as well.
Right. I was just asking which obstacle. Fair enough.
All right. We'll save that for when we actually need to approach, because we don't want to. If they've got any kind of Umbra sight, they'll notice that happening. So,
I was
Alex,
just gonna say, if I was them, I would have watch. I would have some sort of relay system or someone on that side keeping watch.
indeed.
Oh, we're gonna have to plan for it, but we can't take out all of it.
Yeah. All right. Is everyone in position? She'll ask over the walkie-talkie as well.
I got a question.
Go.
This is coming from one of the Crash Fantastic. This would be actually from Frostmage. Yeah.
Go for it.
Insect gun boy.
Yeah.
How does your murder over a phone thing work? Is that like you've got the clave call thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Just wanted to make sure.
There's an app for that.
Well, yeah, but you're going to need a spoof number because nobody who's not super fucking stupid is going to just answer a call from a weird number they don't recognize when they're on security detail in a creepy mystic.
No,
Do we
I think I got. All right. Here's my plan. We call into a main number, and I'll fucking tell them I need to talk to somebody. I'm really good. Not to toot my own horn. I'm really good at convincing people I mean what I say.
I mean, if you want to show off, or if you give us like 10 minutes, we can probably find a cover number where he'll think he's getting the transfer call without you having to talk through a transfer call.
Hey, that sounds like something that is much more practical.
I don't want to step on your
my
flash
character
moment,
strengths.
but okay, all right. Just
No. Seriously, that is a much better idea.
Okay, just give us like 10. Do we have 10 minutes, Ingmar?
We're all just waiting in position right now. So unless something drastically bad happens in 10 minutes, you've got 10 minutes.
Okay, let's get on that, and then
Do we know what the status of the distraction is? Because we might not have to.
I'll line over the totem phone. Grania, where are you at?
you guys are in position. You are waiting for a go signal.
As soon as you say go, we're going to make this. We're going to light this place up like it's Christmas.
All right. Everything's in position. Unless something bad happens, you've got 10 minutes.
Okay. Alex?
Quick question. As we're like getting closer, can I have shifted to Krynos or?
I was gonna say, if anybody wants to shift, this is a
Yeah.
perfect time to
Yes.
shift.
I want to be in Krynos, and I would like to activate Fangs of Judgment.
Are you
Spend a
feeling
willpower.
judgmental?
Well, okay.
I am a little bit.
Just to clarify, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. I don't want to spend things that are going to be for the scene if the scene that we have
Is next season.
next season, and
The
then I've
scene-
spent the resources.
The scene is not going to be next season. We've got a little bit of combat to get started.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm going to I would like to, while we're preparing and waiting, go ahead and use my Ert perception to see what kind of spirits are around.
Okay.
Or might be in the area. It's just
Do you have to be in the Umbra for that? Or
No, I can track the presence of spirits like I would track any other animal. It's just a passive
Okay.
trait. It's
Gotcha.
from Book of
Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Everybody, in the meantime, can be making their shifting rolls. Perception.
Does anybody know what you use to throw a weapon? Is that still
Page
melee?
56, Book of Auspices.
Okay, gotcha.
I believe throwing is athletics.
Dex and athletics to hit, I think.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I believe.
Did we?
Did we what?
How long has it been since we last got rage? Do we get more rage?
You guys all got rage last night when the moon rose.
Okay.
So yeah,
think it was
whatever
two
rage
rage.
you have, should be accurate. But
Oh,
yes, it was 2 rage last night.
All right, cool. I'm back to full then. Because I would,
Oh,
unless you
were,
marked
you
me
weren't
off.
here. Yeah, no, I didn't mark you for that.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm back to full.
All right. Then
Um,
I guess I'm not activating much.
wits and survival for Hekau.
I was just shifting into Krynos.
Yeah, you're good. Difficulty 6.
It's Sorrel, not wits occult.
No, because
Okay.
basically you are using your ability to track
Yeah.
to identify spirits specifically, and that's always a survival roll.
Got it. If 6.
Div 6.
2 successes.
Smells like earth, smells like Banes.
So, are there any non-Banes, or is it there are some Earth and also
At the-
Banes?
At the proximity that you're at, to get to any non-Bane earths, you'd have to go through Banes.
I'd have to summon.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
this is I don't think he would because it's not
Mhm.
his style. But could a Theurge command a Bane?
Conceivably.
Can
It's usually pretty hard, and or you have to do something you don't like to convince it to do what you want. But
Well, I mean the like via the command spirit gift.
Yeah.
Like
so
unless the gift specifically says you can't, I believe so.
I
Yes.
don't mean to be
Uh,
pushy, but can we not discuss hypotheticals? We're already 20 minutes
Yep.
past.
I want everybody to roll initiative.
Click on your tokens. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yep. Make sure to
I'm
click on your
proud.
tokens.
I'm not wasn't trying to discuss hypotheticals. I'm trying to discuss my plan.
All right.
Well, no, the plan absolutely, but not the I don't think he would, but can you?
Ooh. 17.
15.
All right. So,
Oh, I'm still rolling.
whoops. Yep. Sorry. I was like, wait, there's 5. We need 6. Okay.
And I will spend a rage to activate Razor Claws just in case.
Excellent. Sounds good. So a few things happen in succession. You are given a phone number, Sal,
Okay.
and and basically they tell you dial this one. That's going to route you through us. We'll spoof the number on top and send it on to what's his ass's phone.
All right.
All right. Now that we've got all that in ready, distraction theme is go.
Click.
Right. So the idea is call the guy to kill him. That's your trigger. And then you blow it up. Because if you blow it first, he's going to be too busy dealing with that to answer his phone.
Right.
If we kill him, aren't they just gonna stay there?
From what I understand, the administrator isn't actually on site. Yeah.
Or if he is, he's in an office somewhere.
Right.
Okay, so-
Or wait, I guess.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I go ahead and activate the clave, right?
Okay. Do you have the dice pool for that one?
Yeah, I mean it's Gnosis. I have to activate it first, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's difficulty. Gnosis 5 means it's difficulty 5, right?
Yes. All right.
All right. So it's active,
Your
and then
murder call is active.
Yep. So I'm in Krynos, so I will call the number. But
Okay.
everything
There-
is dedicated.
Ring. Yeah, go for Willoughby.
I'm calling about your car's extended warranty, motherfucker. And then I'll use the I'll use the thing.
Okay. What do you roll to attack somebody over a phone line with a clave?
It's a thrown attack. So that's apparently Dex and Athletics. That's what I was
I
asking.
believe so. Yep.
Is that it otherwise it counts as a clave, so it's difficulty 6. I will,
Yes, I believe
if I may, absolutely spend a willpower on this, please.
Sure, you can definitely do that.
All right.
It's an active thing that you have to do.
3
Nice.
successes.
3 successes. All right.
So 4 with the willpower.
Oh yeah, 4 successes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For with the willpower. All right. So roll damage on that +3.
All right.
Does that damage also include his strength, or I don't know if that works over
Yes, it does. Because it does damage
Yep.
just like a clave.
So
So
it'll be damage. So it'll be strength +2 plus another.
yeah.
+5.
So attack extra successes is 3.
Mhm.
Should hopefully do this right. 8 successes, motherfucker.
Boom. So some sort of spiritual energy comes out of a phone and spikes this guy through the eardrum and out the other side, and he crumples into a pile. Which is when, Grania, you get the go ahead from the rest of the crew to light this fucking candle.
And now we run in 3, 2, click.
Boom. You guys are waiting to see if there's any reaction. And within about 30 seconds, this gate busts open and 2 heavily armored vehicles come peeling out and headed down the hillway.
After they've gone, Ingvar waits for them to be just out of sight, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All
Run.
right. Alex, you're out first.
Yep, I'm running in.
Okay. Your move will get you several yards. You can spend up to 2 rage if you want to get all the way up to the gate this turn.
Let me see. I don't have that much rage. Sorry, finding all of the things on the sheet. I pressed the wrong button. I'm gonna spend at least 1.
Okay.
Where is rage? Yeah, I'll spend 1 rage.
Okay. So you
Get as
spend
far
a
as that gets
rage
me.
to get as far as you can.
Yep.
All right. And Hekau, you're up next.
Actually, I'll spend 2. I'll get up to the gate.
Okay.
How much would I have to do to get within 60 of the closest of the watchtower that is in our direction?
One rage, your move and 1 rage.
Okay.
And then if you
so-
wanted to do something, you'd have to spend another rage.
Okay, so I'm going to spend 2 rage,
Okay.
which I can do because I have 4 rage. I'm going to get up to where I'm going to get to where I'm within 60 feet of the ability. Oh, I can't because I have to roll. I would have to roll Gnosis.
That is true. Yeah. Mhm.
Um,
Well, if you only have to roll Gnosis, I think you can. You just can't spend Gnosis.
so I have,
on
I have
the
to
same
spend
turn.
1 point of Gnosis and then roll
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Then yes, you would have to. Yep. Mhm.
in order to create element. So, in that case, I'm just gonna I'll just
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Could
I'll-
I have?
Oh, go ahead.
Could I have activated Stones of the Earth as we were waiting?
Mhm.
Thanks. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna spend 2 rage to get all the way up to the gate.
Okay.
I see
You're
that.
up to the gate. Okay. Oh shit! Did I? No. Okay. Sal, you're next.
All right. I didn't call this out, so totally fine if you want me to use a ridge to do it now. But I wanted to activate the bazooka.
Yeah, you can. So that's a reflexive action. So you don't need. You can just do it at the beginning of your turn without part of your action economy.
Oh,
You
okay.
just roll
all right.
Gnosis difficulty. Whatever's
It's
listed
8.
there. Yeah,
8,
roll
yeah.
Gnosis
I
difficulty 8.
I already did. I got 2.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
Um,
it's activated. So you can do a 3-round burst. Your first 3-round burst can hit anybody who's behind total cover.
And I have desperately been trying to look at. I should have done this beforehand. Apologize. 3-round burst does what to
So
attack
it
difficulty
increases
and
the
attack modifier?
it increases the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
But it adds, I believe, 2 dice to the roll. I want to
think
say
it's 3.
3. Yes, 3.
Because
Sorry.
I think like full auto is something.
Full auto
stupid,
is
like
10.
12 dice. Yeah.
Full
Full
auto
auto
is
is
plus
10.
10 dice plus
Yeah.
3 diff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm also going to activate Tommy's new trick to get a couple extra on there. So that
Okay.
I'm going to spend a Gnosis for that, if I may.
So Tommy's new trick, you have to do a full spray on,
Okay. All right. never mind.
and you would need to have visual on them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Then I won't do that.
No worries.
All right. Sorry.
So yeah, anybody in the sentry towers, you can so any of those targets you have options for, or anybody who's outside a building right now.
Who looks? Yeah, I would say sentry tower, because that's
Okay.
probably most in cover from our position.
Yeah, no,
So-
they've got almost almost full cover from you.
Confirmation for 3-round burst is on page 297. Difficulty goes up by 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
and you
and
get
it's-
extra, and you get 3
And
more
plus
dice to the
3
roll.
dice.
Mhm.
So I should actually roll one more just in case. So it wouldn't be a success anyway.
All right, so you're
So 3
doing
successes.
so you're doing AR damage plus 2.
Which is 7. Okay. 7 successes.
Noise.
Nice. All right.
Well,
Let's see if he can soak that. That's lethal. He soaks 2 of that, which puts him at 5 and 2. All right. He looks fucked. All right.
So goes, you guys did such a good job.
You doing anything else? Spending rage? Doing anything to maneuver?
Spend rage, shoot him again.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I will run forward for sure. So I'm
Okay.
keeping up with. I guess Alex is out in front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'll run.
Hecal's all the way up to the gate at this point.
Fuck. All right. And can I? There's a sling on the wasp chatter on bazooka, right?
Yeah.
Can I drop that and make a shot with my Mac 10 in one hand?
They
Like-
can't go over the wall because there's a wall between you and the watchtower. I don't think you had the angle on it. I think the bazooka was the only thing that could actually hit into the watchtower where they're
Yeah.
standing.
From where you're
Um,
standing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got
so
they've got full cover, especially the closer you get.
All right then. Yeah, I will, because Cal has cover, right? Being up by the wall,
I mean, potentially.
and Alex is kind of out in the middle of nowhere
Yep.
on the open. All right, yeah. Then I'm just going up to be next to Alex.
Okay. Brings us to the Bane Riddens, who are going to do some stuff. This guy's going to start to close. These 2 guys are going to come outside. This guy's going to approach. This guy's going to come outside. Okay, that's their turn. All right, Val.
I move 1 actions closer. That's my turn.
Okay, not spending any rage or anything.
I only have 2 rage left.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Brings us to the commandos. Which mean there's going to be right. Those guys can't see you right now. This guy's gonna come up. The only people that are going to make attacks on you are the first ones in the sentry tower here. One of them hits you for so Alex, I'm gonna need you to soak. How many points of armor do you have?
2.
2. Okay. So you can use those to try and soak 3 aggravated damage.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. And
That's fucking nice. Sal says
this
nice.
guy's
Stone armor.
Yeah.
this guy has a terrible amount of injuries, so he's going to he actually does hit. Right. Sal, do you have any armor that you're wearing?
The helmet.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't I get a flak jacket too?
I believe we got everyone flak jackets at this
Yeah.
I was
point.
gonna say I think everybody at least has Kevlar, which is 3.
So,
Yeah.
Do
so
the flak jackets help when we're in Krynos form?
I believe.
I
have
think
we
they
got-
had they had I think they had gotten dedicated.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did that. We
yeah.
did that with Hawks
Moriko-
Wandering when we
Moriko
did
dedicated
the.
it.
Oh no, Moriko did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does the helmet help at all, or was that purely for humor?
No, that'll give you an extra 1.
Okay, so 4 armor.
Okay. So you're going to soak. This is armor only.
Okay.
Soak 3 aggravated. So you got 4 dice to try and soak 3 aggravated.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Alex, you can only roll your armor rating against
because it's just silver
the
bullets. Yeah.
aggravated,
Did I
the
roll that?
aggravated soak. Yeah.
Oh,
mhm,
sorry.
Yeah. mhm,
I
Sorry,
re- I
I
can
suddenly
reroll
realized.
that.
Wait, how did you have? Yeah. mhm.
So
Never mind.
Okay, so you take 3 aggravated. Mhm.
how does that work? How do I roll?
There's a
just armor?
button that says armor only. Under it says bashing lethal aggravated armor only.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool.
So make sure you
um,
have the armor listed under your armor and
Armor and
soak.
soak. Yeah.
Got
Yep.
it. All right. 1 success.
Okay. So you take 2 aggravated damage.
Okay.
Okay. Dakota.
Right. Are these guys visible to me?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. How far away are they?
You would need to spend 2 rage and use your movement to get all the way up to the gate, and then you would have to try and get through or over the fence somehow.
I will spend 2 rage.
Okay. We have to get Dakota up here.
And I have to figure out how to get over the gate.
Yeah, because they've got it
How tall is-
barricaded in.
Okay. How tall is it?
It's about 10 foot.
How
Could I
thick is it?
climb it at all?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a strength and athletics, difficulty 6.
We are in Kranos form. Can we just punch the fuck through it?
Or you could attack the gate, the fence if you wanted. See how you do there.
4 successes to climb.
4 successes. You dig your claws in, scramble up and over, throw yourself down. Where do you want to land in here?
I'll land right next to this guy.
Okay. Do you have any more rage to spend on another action, or is that where you end for now?
How much rage would I need to spend?
1 rage per, as long as you haven't spent more than half of your total permanent. So you
Okay,
spent-
I will spend one more rage,
Okay.
another action, and I'm going to try to bite this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and make a bite attack.
3 successes.
Nice. Damage +2.
Nice.
6 successes.
Excellent. All right. He only soaks 2 of that, so he's down 4. Okay. And Ingvar.
Whew. Okay. Dakota's the only one in there right now and is all alone surrounded by people with silver bullets.
It's true.
But she's got cover from most of them because of the way this camp is laid out.
Indeed. Yeah, no, none of the sentry towers really have much of an eye on her except maybe these guys back here. Of course,
So,
there's 2 guys in the guard shack, so, you know, that's a thing.
hang on. Did I? Yeah, I'm going to get over the wall because I need to, like,
Okay.
not have only one guru being the target of all those bullets.
Give me a dexterity and athletics. Or, sorry, strength and athletics, diff 6. And that would be 3 rage. Unless you didn't want to make an attack this round.
I will be spending a 3rd rage for an attack, yes.
Okay.
So stamina athletics. Sorry, you said stamina or strength athletics?
Strength athletics.
Okay.
Diff 6.
Diff 6.
Yep.
2 successes.
That's enough to get you over. Where do you want to be over here? By Dakota?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So like there-ish, we'll say. All right. Who are you taking a shot at?
Can I reach anyone but that Bane ridden with a knife?
No. Not from there. You would have to attack if you're making a melee attack, it would be that same one that Dakota attacked. Because he's the closest.
Yeah, we'll finish him off.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack then.
The fewer people there are, the fewer people can make attacks against us.
Yep.
Bang dagger. 4 successes. 5 successes with the gift with the
Yep. Specialty. Yep.
specialty.
Yep. Damage +4.
Roll Gnosis to activate. I'm realizing I need to be technically at a 1 die penalty. I keep forgetting that I'm wearing silver. Activated.
Excellent.
Damage +4. 14 damage.
Yeah, even if he tried, he couldn't soak that. So we're gonna just give him a nice little mark. And at the top of the round, I need everybody to roll perception and occult, difficulty 6.
Visual perception?
Nope. This is
Okay.
spiritual perception.
Oh, good.
Diff 6
Div 6.
or
4.
1.
1.
4.
And Dakota 4.
0 for Sal.
All right, Sal, you are so happy with this gun. This is the best goddamn gun.
That's 100% what's happening.
Hekau, as you're, pushing yourself as hard as you can to get up here, just trying to sort of catch your breath a little bit. That leg is still kind of giving you trouble trying to make your way across open terrain as fast as you can. But you feel something shift. The rest of you get this wave of worm-tainted energy emanating from somewhere. And then suddenly the ground rocks underneath you. And these two back sentry towers vanish.
Oh boy.
Less
Gone.
people shooting at us.
Gone.
Yeah, but
As
something else is coming.
Yeah, I
These
know.
black, long tendrils with arms growing out of them erupt from these two holes back here. You can see parts of viscera and bits of human still dripping fresh blood. There were people down in these two holes back here that have suddenly apparently something broke through, and whatever is under this mountain is coming out and has awoken, and just whatever was in those tunnels has been destroyed as it begins to make its way out. There is cracks opening in the ground on the slopes here, and these back buildings begin to crumble and fracture under the tectonic shift that the Rodin Mountain is going under, as these long armed claws reach out and slam nails first into the ground. We'll be back to finish this fight in season 3.
Oh boy.
Ah!
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Everybody.
Goodbye.